here 0-0 as we start the game.
Saponi leads the Colonels up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. It's going to be a give to Ron Colley. He's going to be hit by number 22, Britt, number 70, Garcia. So it's going to bring up 2nd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, the Generals were ready for that one. It was a handoff to Ron Colley to the right, and they were able to get off their blocks and get the backfield real quick. That was not something you saw the last couple of games with them. They did not get in the backfield a lot. So as we said, for both teams, one of the keys for this game is that blocking, that interior blocking, that blocking up front, and being able to establish the run 0-0 as we start the game here for the Colonels.
The Pony's going to be in shotgun. He's going to be flanked by 2 backs, 2 receivers to the left. The snap to the Pony. He rolls. He's looking. He makes a throw. It's going to be it's going to be incomplete pass, but it's a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be pass interference by number 23, Williams.
Yeah, the Pony rolled out to the left just a little bit. He got plenty of time there. He looked at one read. He decided to go long to Bolden out there in double coverage, though, because the safety came over, but was there too soon. That created the PI, penalty pass interference, and so the Colonels have another big positive yardage here to go along with that positive kickoff at 0-0, 11:08 in the first quarter.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Colonels after the penalty, where the Colonels are now in general territory. The Colonels are moving the ball left to right. They're going to be 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Generals.
Yeah, let's see if they try to keep it on the ground or still want to take shots down the field. I think Coach Nestor has seen something this week.
The Pony's in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He drops back, he makes a throw quick, and it's going to be broken up. Incomplete pass, brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, still looking at the pass, went out to Tyler Alford, number 44, out there in the right flat. But the ball came out just a little bit, slow. Not too bad. It got there, but number 3, Ty Signa for the Generals, was able to get in there and knock it away. So this brings up 2nd down. We don't want to see these long down and distances for the Colonels as they come to the line now. 0-0, 11:03 in the first quarter.
The Pony is under center. It's going to be a 1 backfield. It's going to be 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Motion by Ron Colley. It's going to be a give. It's going to be a keeper by the Pony to the right. And he's going to be hit by number 23, Williams. Going to bring up 3rd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, the Pony kept it on that. He had the option to pitch it out to Ron Colley. Faked up the middle there, but kept it running to the right. Got good, decent yardage there. And so that's going to bring up a manageable 3 and about 5 yards for the Colonels. We'll see if they, fake the run, maybe do a little play action here. They're kind of trying to keep mixing it up, Coach. They want to keep those Generals off kilter here. It's still 0-0 in the first quarter.
The Pony under center. I formation, 2 receivers left, 1 right. The Pony gives to Ron Colley up the middle, and he's going to have a good game. He's going to be tackled by number 2, Jones. And it's going to bring up a 1st down for the Colonels. And so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the General 29-yard line.
Yeah, Aiden Jones came up from a safety position to take down Ron Colley, but a good run up the middle. It's going to create a 1st down. He's our key player tonight. Senior Connor Ron Colley as Colonels come back to the line 0-0.
It's a Pony under center. They got a 1 backfield, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Give to Walker Perkins at the middle, and he's going to be hit by number 56. And I don't have the number, 56, Skates. It's going to bring up 2nd down for the Colonels at the General 29-yard line.
Yeah, we're seeing a little tempo from the Colonels getting back to the line a little quick here in the first quarter, going run pass. They really want to focus running up the middle, and one of those reasons they want to run up the middle is because the quarterback, Patrick Spencer, he is the middle linebacker. So want to kind of wear him out if possible. 0-0 first quarter.
Pony goes under center, 1 backfield. Give to Perkins, or actually a keep off the Pony, a flip to Ron Colley. He's going to be taken down for a loss by number 2, Jones, so it's going to bring a 3rd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, that was a little opportunity right there to the left instead of to the right. Probably should have gave that to Walker Perkins because he had space, but pitched it out to Ron Colley. Ron Colley was met by two Generals to take him down relatively quick, So here we come, 9:16 left in the first quarter, 0-0. Driving into General territory.
3rd down for the Colonels from the General 26R. Shotgun formation. So Pony drops back, rolls. A good-looking throw to number 7, Bolden. And he's going to be, and he's off, and he's got 1 tackle, and he gets tackled by number 11, Thompson.
Yeah, just a great drop back by the Pony. Bolden faked in, kicked back out. The pass was on the money, right in his chest. Bolden makes a couple of moves, gets enough for the first down to keep the chains moving on that third down. So the Colonels are driving. This is where we want to see that discipline, where the drive isn't hurt by some penalty. And so if they get huddled up here, we got 8:50 left in the first quarter, 0-0.
It's 1st and 10 from about the 20, about the 18-yard line. I formation, 2 receivers left, 1 right. It's going to be a give to Ron Colley to the left side, and it's going to be a touchdown, Ron Colley.
What a great run by senior Ron Colley. This is exactly the script that Coach Nestor had foreseen before this game, running right up the middle for a touchdown here. And I like what I'm seeing here with this camaraderie. We're seeing people slap each other on the shoulder pads, give each other's high five. That's what it's going to take for this team to come together and win tonight. 6-0 Colonels with the extra point coming.
Number 21, Perkins is going to be the holder. You got 24, Saul, the kicker. It's going to be a PAT, the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's going to be good. At 8:30 in the first quarter, it's the Colonels 7, the Generals 0.
Well, Coach Fritz, I don't know if you could have got a better drive to start this game with. You come in off that 33-point loss last week, terrible loss. It doesn't matter if the other team has a lot of talent. It still stinks to lose by 33 points. But you come here tonight, focused, staying together, and everything on this drive, they were able to finish off the drive, finish off the run, and get this early lead. And you have to believe that instills a lot of confidence in these guys in these blue jerseys moving forward tonight.
And it sure does, because that was key right there. Key coming here and having a good drive on the opening possession, and exactly what the Colonels did. The Colonels was able to take that drive and put 7 on the board to get the game started off tonight.
Yeah, no penalties, finishing the drive, getting a touchdown, not settling for the field goal, putting up 7 points is huge as the Colonels come out here to kick off 7-0, 8:30 left in the first quarter.
The Generals are going to be receiving the ball, going right to left. You got number 2, Jones, and number 3, Signet deep for the Generals. You got number 24, Saul, kicking off for the Colonels. You got 8:30 left in the first quarter. Colonels 7, Generals 0. The kick is up, and it's going to be number 3, Joel. Number 3, Signet is going to get the ball, and he's going to be tackled by number 27.
Well, what happened there is it looked to me like a good kid. 6 gave up on it because he thought it was going in the end zone, and then it took a backspin bounce. He picks it up, and then he's able to scoot around, cut back, and get to his own 41-yard line. So actually the Generals start with great field position. Great run by Tyler Dickens.
So the Generals start 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. It's going to be a shotgun formation, receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 backfield. It's going to be a give to Jones. And he's around the right side, and it looks like he's going to be tackled by number 32, Williamson, on the right side over there.
Yeah, Abel Williamson came up from his corner position to kind of get him out of bounds. About a five-yard gain on that toss sweep to the right. That's one of their staple plays that the Generals run. And that's what they're going to continue to do and feed the ball to Jones. You have to look for Jones and Spencer to be running a lot tonight. 7:52 left, 7-0 Colonels.
And 2nd down from the General 45-yard line. It's a snap, it's a give, and it's a fumble on the play, and it looks like maybe the Colonels have the ball. Fumble on the play, and the Colonels defense recovered the ball.
Yeah, the defense got back there real quick, which hurt the exchange between Spencer and Aiken Jones, the running back. And I saw this on film this week, Coach. They're loose with the ball a lot. There's been a lot of exchanges between center and quarterback, some high snaps and shotgun. So they're very vulnerable and very loose with the ball, and the Colonels have an opportunity to now take advantage of that first turnover of the game and really get Uncle Mo, that momentum, moving in their direction as they come to the line. 7-0.
1st and 10 for the Colonels from the 44-yard line. Savone takes, pitches to 22, Ron Colley around the right side, and he's met by number 11, Thompson. So they're going to bring up 2nd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, Patrick Spencer in on that tackle, too. Just sweep out to Ron Colley. Got a couple of yards, good run, hard run, but was met by 2 Generals there. And they run a 3-3-5 defense. So they have 3 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and then they move around the other 5. They want to do a lot of stunts up front with their front 3 and then bring pressure with their linebackers at different points. And so that's why it's important for us to have that balance on offense Colonel's up 7-0 with 7:06 left in the first.
2nd and 10 from about the 42-yard line of the Generals. Is motion by number 7, Bolden. Zamponi under center. He drops back. He's going to throw a quick pass to number 2, Hall. It's going to be tackled by number 11, Thompson.
Yeah, that was just a little three-step drop out to E.J. Hall. E.J. Hall wraps it up, but he's hit by 11 early, and we see another penalty against the Generals out there. So decision time for Coach Nestor on whether to take the penalty or not. It is pass interference against the Generals. That's their second pass interference of the night. So Colonels have an opportunity to really capitalize here with 2 penalties against the Generals, 2 pass interference penalties and a turnover. So let's see if they can take advantage of that as this ball moves all the way down to the 22-yard line of Washington. So the Colonels have a great opportunity here.
And it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Colonels. That is a big play right there. That is a big play for the Colonels. Now we're down close when the Generals' 22-yard line. So Pony brings, and it looks like we're going to have an official timeout.
Yeah, the officials are discussing something here, and you know, our boys in blue, they were running up to the line, getting ready to snap this ball, and then now the officials have stopped the game for some reason. It's hard to tell. Does it look like it's a water break, Coach?
It don't look like it's a timeout. It just looks like it's a conversation of the minds. Meeting of the minds at about the 23-yard line. Meeting of the minds.
I don't know exactly what they're trying to get right here, but they're making some discussion here, and which is unfortunate for the Colonels because there's a lot of momentum. And we're getting up to the ball, ready to continue this drive, and now they're remarking it. So, now they push the ball back to about the 37-yard line. So I don't know if they miscalculated the amount of yardage on the penalty, huddled, and then got back, or we're all the way up here in the booth, so there's not a lot of signals for us to pick up on. We kind of got to be the body language doctor a little bit and see kind of what's happening here. And but I know they're holding up the game here a lot, so we need a decision to come. But we've really been, in a good place to start this game as far as Colonel football goes, capitalizing on these penalties. 6:51 left in the first quarter. It's 7-0 IA if you're just joining us. We've had a great run by Connor Roncalli to put the Colonels up. And these referees are still, they called a penalty. The penalty was accepted, and now we're just simply trying to count the right yardage, it looks like, so that we can get this game back going.
I like the intensity and the quick pace that the Colonel offense is playing with right now. It is going to still be a first down for the Colonels at about the 27-yard line of the Generals. So I think we finally got it all straight. I think they figured it out and they got it straight. And now we're back to getting ready to play. The Colonels come to the line of scrimmage. So Pony is going to be under center. You got 8 Jenkins in the backfield. You got 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Roncalli in motion is going to give up the middle to Jenkins, and he's going to be hit by number 54. And I do not have a number on number 54. So it's going to be number 54 for the Generals. Going to make the hit. It's going to bring up second down from about the 25-yard line of the Generals.
Yeah, that's just kind of a standard play with a handoff going to senior Jack Jenkins up the middle from his fullback position. The Generals were ready for that. 7-0 IA, 6:23 left in the first.
Shotgun formation, Jenkins in the backfield. So Pony with a quick throw to Roncalli, and he's going to be hit by number 23, Williams, and brought down close to the first down.
They break Roncalli out of the backfield and put him in the slot. He runs a hitch route. His opponent puts the ball on the money. He makes a catch, and then guess what? It takes 3 defenders to bring Roncalli down. He strives forward, gets the first down, keeps the drive going. So if the Colonels can continue this momentum, not make any mistakes here with any penalties, don't want to see any flags for them. They are in a prime position to go up by 2 full touchdowns here with 5:58 left in the first. Already up 7-0.
First and 10 for the Colonels at the General 14-yard line. So Pony comes to the line of scrimmage, under center. Jack Jenkins in the backfield. Roncalli in motion. Give to Roncalli around the right side. And he's going to be stopped by number 22, Britt, and number 2, Jones. And there's a flag on the play.
Well, that was just a sweep off the edge there for Ron Colley. It looks like one flag came in, maybe holding against the Colonels. Another flag came in when Ron Colley was being tackled. So we're waiting for the call on these penalties. I don't know if they might offset. I don't know if they're both against the Colonels or not. But they could offset, and we could replay the down. 5:37 left in the first, 7-0 IA. Once again, we got our referees huddling, trying to get it right, working hard tonight on Friday to get this thing right. So we're waiting for that call to come and see exactly what those flags are for.
And here goes the call. It's going to be holding against the Colonels, and it's going to be an offsetting penalty. So it's going to bring up third down for the. Is it?
I think we're going to replay second down. Yeah, when penalties offset, you just replay the down, kind of a do-over there. And so that's gonna keep IA from backing up. Going to keep them in the red zone. They're about the 19.5-yard line, moving towards the scoreboard here. The pony's coming back out. So let's see what the Colonels can have here. I know Ron Colley is the main option, but it might be time for a fade type route to 6'5" EJ Hall out there on the edge. 7-0 IA, 5:37 left in the first, and now there's another official timeout as we get ready for the snap. So a lot of back and forth here, a lot of trying to get things right, explaining things to these referees are trying to communicate with them. Coach Lott's out on the field for Washington and trying to get an explanation here, trying to get understanding of what's going on. And the head referee is heading over to talk with Coach Lott there. A lot happening here, just not a lot of football happening.
Exactly. It's a lot of meeting of the minds here right now.
Once again, if you're IA, you kind of scratching your head over here on how this is hindering your drive and, tripping up your momentum that you've created here. I'm not sure that Coach Lott was thinking that there was a penalty there on his player that would offset that holding penalty, but that's where we stand. That's going to be first down for the Colonels. Right there at the 19.5-yard line as they come to the line, leading 7-0, 5:37 left in the first.
The pony is under center. It's going to be I formation for the Colonels, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be a give to Ron Colley to the left side, and he's met by number 7, Spencer, but it is not taken down. So it's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, it looked like the same play that they scored on earlier. I wanted to run up the middle, but middle linebacker Patrick Spencer was able to get off his block. Got some help there to push Ron Colley back. And second down for the Colonels.
And it looks like it's going to be second down at the 13-yard line of the Generals.
Yeah, they can still get a first down here, so they can get down to about the 3 or 4-yard line and get a first down. So not a ton of pressure right now, but need to be smart on this possession here and not get a penalty to push them further back.
As the opponent comes to the line of scrimmage, split backfield, receiver right, receiver left, he drops back. And he throws behind, and it's going to be caught by Ryan Colley on the tip. It's going to be caught by Ryan Colley on the tip. It's going to be a touchdown, Colonels.
He looked right. He kept looking right, and then he finally came back. Ryan Colley just improvises, runs kind of a slant to the inside. The pony lets it go. It's a little bit behind him. Ryan Colley bobbles it, brings it in, and then runs across the goal line for his second score. Puts the IA up 13-0, 5 minutes left in the first.
Awesome play. Awesome defense right there. Awesome. It looked like a disaster if it's going to happen, and then all of a sudden the Colonels get a break and we score the touchdown. So if the hold, the kick, and the PAT is good, it's going to be Colonels 14, General 0 with 5 minutes left in the first quarter.
Just a huge play for the Colonels. What I appreciate, Coach, is that we're seeing, as I said earlier, we're seeing this camaraderie. Last week when you're down and you're down by a lot of kids got their heads down, not a lot of high fives, not a lot of jumping up and down. Tonight is a different story. You have to believe the coaches made that a point of emphasis at some point this week, and we're starting to see it with the boys in blue on the field out here tonight.
We sure are, because they're coming off the side, they're coming off the field, high-fiving each other on the sideline. The coaches are there greeting them. That is where it all begins right there. That's where the season can change, is this type of atmosphere that we're seeing on the Colonel sideline right now.
Yeah, that's where that unity and that togetherness comes in. This can be a turning point, like you said. So the Colonels are coming out, ready to kick off. 5 minutes left in the first, 14-0 IA, and looking for another good stop on defense here as Seho gets ready to kick off.
And you got number 2, Jones, and number 3, Signa, back for the Generals. And as we're getting ready for the kickoff. And here we go. The kick is off. It's good. It's deep, and it looks like it's going to be a touchback. So the Generals will come to the 20-yard line and be 1st and 10 for the Generals.
Yeah, solid kick by Dejo. You know, we say it every week. It's just hard to believe this is his first year to ever kick in a football game. And he drills it. It lands right over the goal line, goes to the back of the end zone. No return on that. So another positive play for the Colonels. You know, this is the kind of, all these positive plays, you would just want them to keep building, and keep that foot on the gas pedal moving forward as we get set here. 14-0 IA as the Generals come to the line.
It's going to be Patrick, number 7, Spencer. He's going to be shotgun formation with a back to his right, 2 receivers left, one right. He's going to roll to his right, and he's looking to throw. He throws a deep ball, but it's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be good coverage by number 32, Williamson.
Yeah, Patrick Spencer takes the ball, runs to the right, rolls out. He looks to the deep read, and as he gets ready to throw, Parker Lovett is there to really lay a hit on him. He's lost his shoe, so he's getting that back on. Spencer's lost his shoe, getting back to the huddle now. And so just a great defensive play all around by the Colonels. And it looks like there's going to be a break in the action right here. It is 4:51, 14-0 IA in the first quarter.
Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Hey, Cooper, you know we've been talking about our PAP store, Robertson Floor Service, for a long time.
Olivia, you know there is a reason the people in the Delta shop with our PAPs.
You know it!
We carry all type of floor, carpet, ceramic, wood, tile, and vinyl plank. We also sand, refinish hardwood concrete, and brick floors.
For all your flooring needs, come see us at Robertson Floor Service.
And get a free Coke. And by the way, the estimates are free.
Robertson Floor Service Indianola, voted the best of the best for 2 years in a row.
Hi, I'm Bailey at Bill's Body Shop in Ruleville, and we want to fix your car. We're a family-owned business that has long served the Delta with quality vehicle repairs. My grandfather started this business in 1972 with quality being his top priority. My dad has followed his lead for more than 20 years, proving to be committed to superior work. As a third generation, we are continuing the tradition of exceptional bodywork and excellent customer service. Give us a call today at 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Welcome back to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Generals. I formation. Spencer under center. Receiver right, receiver left. He gives to number 2, Charles, and he's going to be tackled by number 21, Perkins. And it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Generals.
Yeah, pretty standard play there for the Generals. Just a handoff to their guy, Aiden Jones, out of the backfield. He makes a quick cut off the left side and then heads north and south. Gets about 6 yards. So it's going to bring up, or 7 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Generals here. The Colonels going to have to dig deep here. 4:23 left. 14-0 IA. And it'd be great to get off the field here, Coach.
It's going to be third down at the General 27-yard line. Spencer's going to, number 7, Spencer under center. One backfield, receiver right, receiver left. Motion under behind. He's going to drop back. It's going to be a quick pass. It's going to be incomplete because it's broken up by a big hit by number 30, Fleming, on number 7, Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer dropped back, but he didn't have any time because right off the left edge there of the offensive line, Fleming comes in with a blitz, is untouched, almost had a sack, but really disrupted that play, and the ball fell incomplete. So the Colonels get off the field here. It's going to be a punting situation for the Generals. And it's 14-0 IA with 4:03 left in the first quarter.
Number 7, Spencer, back deep to punt. Number 7, Bolden, back for the Colonels to receive. The snap. The punt is a low-hanging punt. It takes a bounce left, and it's going to be down by the Generals at the Colonel 39-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Colonels at their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, that was a clean snap, and Spencer took off to the right, but our guys were coming from the right. So without that blocker there, it potentially could have been blocked. And so he did get it off. It was a knuckler, and Ramil Bolden was back to return. But once it hit the ground, it took this weird bounce to the left, and Ramil got away from it. So the Colonels have really good starting field position again here at their own 39-yard line. And Colonels are up 14-0, 3:50 left in the first quarter as Zaboni comes in with the play from Coach Nestor.
And here comes the Colonels to the line of scrimmage. You got Zaponi's going to be under center. You got a one-back backfield. You got 2 receivers to the left, 1 to his right. Ron Colley in motion. Zaponi drops back. He throws the ball up, and number 2, it's going to be incomplete, but it's going to be a flag on the play, and it looks like we're going to get another pass interference against the Generals.
Yeah, the pony dropped back and took his time, got his feet set, and threw it out there to the left. E.J. Hall, Fred Naylor is number 10 for the Generals out there on that play, and there's another flag. It looks like it's going to be another pass interference penalty against Washington School here. That's going to be the 3rd pass interference penalty tonight, and that's big yardage for the Colonels. So you have to believe Coach Nestor and the team saw something on film this week that they wanted to exploit. And when you have a 6'5" wide receiver, you got to try to take shots down the field. And what we've seen here tonight is the boys in blue. They've got a good mix of that run-pass balance here. And, you know, that was one of the keys that we talked about at pregame, what we've talked about earlier tonight in the broadcast. It's 3:44 in the first, 14-0 IA.
And it brings the Colonels 1st and 10 from the General 45-yard line. You got I formation. It's going to be a give to Ron Colley on the right side, and he is going to be brought down by number 70, Garcia, but it's going to bring up a 2nd down. A good run right there to the right side.
Yeah, Nathan Thompson for the Generals has been on that stop as well. And what you see is just a senior who has been playing a lot of ball, and I'm telling you, if you're not able to come out here and watch Ron Colley, you're just missing a kid that loves to play ball and can finish some runs, because there's no way it should be 2nd and 3. But with Ron Colley, we get there, and now it's short yards as they come to the line.
The pony under center, 2 backfield, receiver to the right, Bolden in motion, E.J. Hall to the left. It's a snap. It's a give to Jenkins around the left side, and he's going to get the 1st down. He's going to be hit by number 2, Jones.
Yeah, they switch it up. They give it to Jack Jenkins, and guess who's lead blocking? Connor Roncalli. He goes out there and gets the lead block, and Jack Jenkins is able to get the yardage for the 1st down here. And it looks like the referees are huddling once again here. Have we got the signal for the 1st down?
I don't know what.
I don't see any penalty flags. Well,
they're gonna do a measurement. They're bringing up the tape to do a measurement.
I'll do a measurement and see if we got the 1st down. But Ron Colley, you know, went ahead of Jack Jenkins off that left side and made a key block. And you know, a couple of Generals got in there, but it looks like it's definitely enough for a 1st down for the Colonels.
With 2:34 left in the first quarter, your Colonels 14, the Generals 0, and on that run right there by Jack Jenkins, it is a 1st down Colonels.
You know, I tell you, you know, it's just a lot of momentum. You know, we were talking during the first break, Coach, about how we just look like a different team tonight. And, you know, that's hard to communicate across the airwaves, but we're here to tell you, if you're listening at home or just joining us, we got a different team playing tonight. We got a lot going for them, 14-0 tonight.
1st and 10 from the General 35-yard line. So pony under center. It's going to be a 2 backfield, I formation, receiver left, receiver right. It's a motion by Ron Colley. And it's going to be a flag on the play. It looks like maybe a false start on the Colonels.
Yeah, one of our left guard or our left tackle, I couldn't tell exactly which one. They moved prematurely, and so that's going to move us back 5 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 15 there. That's one of those things you don't want to see. We talked about that. You don't want drive to stall. You don't want drives to die because of mental mistakes. And so they need to keep staying together, keep focused, and continue to make positive moving plays and continue to put the pressure on this General defense here. Time of possession, it has to be in favor of the Colonels.
Shotgun formation, receiver right, receiver left. As the pony drops back, he pump fake, and he lets the ball go. Romero is out there, and it's going to be knocked down by number 3, Cygnus. So it's going to be an incomplete pass. We're going to bring up 2nd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, you know, that's a good down and distance to take a shot, and so that's exactly what happened here. Losses the pony drops back. He gives a pump fake. Ramil Bowden runs a double move, so he fakes one move and then continues down the field, but it really didn't fake out anybody for the Generals there. Todd Signa was on that play along with the safety that came over, so it was double coverage. The ball hung in the air just a little bit too long. Thankfully, that was not a turnover, and it fell to the ground incomplete. 14-0 IA, 2 minutes left in the first.
It's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Colonels from the General 40-yard line. It's we got Ron Colley with the Wildcat on there. He's going to give it to number 32, Williamson, and he's going to be breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2 tackles, and he's finally brought down by number 2, Jones, number 23, Williams, and number 70, Garcia. So it's going to bring up third down for the Colonels at about the 36-yard line of the Generals.
Yeah, we brought in the Wildcat package there, and it looks like we're going to stay in there. Ron Colley takes the direct snap. He decides to hand it off to Abel Williamson, who's hitting the backfield, and then somehow finds his way to about 4 yards as the Colonels come back to this Wildcat package.
You got Ron Colley as a quarterback, Perkins as the running back, two receivers to the left. It's going to be a fake give to Perkins. Ron Colley is going to keep it, and he's going to be hit by number 22, Britt, which is going to bring a fourth down for the Colonels.
Yeah, direct snap there to Ron Colley. He fakes it to Perkins, keeps it, makes a move on the left side, gets about, close to 5 yards there. So, this is that in-between territory, and the offense is going to stay out on the field. Looks like going to go for it now, about 4th and 7 for the Colonels as we get ready, winding down this first quarter under a minute now. It's 14-0 IA.
It's going to be 4th and 7 for the Colonels from the 32-yard line of the Generals. The Colonels come to the line of scrimmage. You're going to have his opponent back in the backfield. It's going to be shotgun formation, two backs, receiver left, receiver right. It's a snap. His opponent drops back, and he overthrows number 7, Bolden. So it's going to be a turnover on downs. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Generals.
Yeah, his opponent had him out there. It was a good move by Bolden into the flat. He was open, but that's a long throw. And sometimes on those long throws, your shoulders stay up. You don't get your shoulders and hips around into it kind of in rhythm, and that's kind of what happened. And it sailed on him. So turnover on downs for the Colonels. Really the first bad drive of the night, Coach. So hopefully the defense can continue to play well and get another stop here with 37 seconds left in the first, 14-0 IA.
The Generals come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from their 32-yard line. Number 7, Spencer, shotgun formation. He takes a snap. He runs to the right. Direct snap to him. He runs to the right, and he's hit by a host of Colonels on the right side. So it's going to bring up 2nd down for the Generals.
Yeah, one play that the Generals love to run is they not only have their offensive line, but they take their running back and their fullback and put them right behind the line, their offensive line, and then a direct snap comes to Patrick Spencer, and he just follows all that weight on that whichever side it is, and he was able to get 6 yards on that run.
It's going to be 2nd and 4 for the Generals from their own 38-yard line. Same formation, Spencer. He's going to give to number 2, Jones, and he has broken a few tackles, and he is going to be, the whistle's going to blow because obviously his knee must have touched the ground where the referees are standing.
Yeah, just a variation off of that. They ran it, the previous play they ran it with the quarterback. Here the variation is they hand it to the running back. He makes a couple of cuts and gets low, but got too low where his knee was down, and that was not enough yardage for the first down, so it's going to be 2nd and 4.
At the end of the second quarter, your Colonels 14, the Generals 0. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to IU Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
Credit card fraud can be a nightmare. While you may not be held liable, especially for larger charges, that doesn't mean that being a victim of credit fraud is a walk in the park. But don't worry, Guarantee Bank has got your back. Our fraud team monitors your card 24/7. If our team suspects a suspicious transaction on any of your GBT debit or credit cards, we'll notify you by text, phone call, or email. Contact your local branch to update your information. Guarantee Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Well, welcome back to IU Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. You're listening to Scooter Prince and Rev. Gopper, coming back from the break. We're in the second quarter, starting the second quarter. The field has been swapped. The Generals are going to be moving left to right to the scoreboard. The Colonels are going to be moving right to left with the scoreboard to their back. The Generals come to the line of scrimmage. There's a direct snap to number 7, and he is up the middle, and he is taken down by a host of Colonels.
Yeah, it was a high snap, but good hands by Patrick Spencer, and then the pile just kept moving forward. He moved that ball forward probably about 8 or 9 yards in the middle of that pile, just carrying everybody with him, and finally he was brought down right over the 50-yard line in the Colonel territory. And so I think that's something we need to watch for because 2 previous weeks there's been some bad snaps and bad exchanges, so we need to be watchful of that. maybe the Colonels can take advantage of that. They're leading 14-0 right now as we start the second quarter.
Jones got a line of scrimmage. Spencer in shotgun formation, receiver. He takes us direct snap to the left side, and he's initially hit by number 30 Fleming and number 9 Lovett, and it's going to bring up second down for the Generals.
Yeah, it's just heavy doses of Patrick Spencer right now. He's taking that direct snap and just moving over to whichever side they've overloaded to, and the Colonels are getting off the ball, but they're just not able to get there in time to really wrap him up. He's having some equipment issues again with his shoes, and so that's taking a little time here. But the Colonels have an opportunity to really get this thing where they stack the box here, so let's see if that makes a difference.
And it brings up 2nd and 4 for the Generals at the Colonel 44-yard line. It's an overload right, receiver right. And it's going to be a give to number 2, Jones, on the left side, around the left side. And he's finally going to be brought down on the left side by number 21, Perkins, and number 9, Lovett. But it's going to bring up a first down for the Generals.
Yeah, the Generals are starting to get a rhythm on their offense. They're getting big chunks of yardage right here. They're staying in this kind of this base package where they have the offensive line. They put their tailback and their fullback to one side, and there's a variation out of that where Aiden Jones, their tailback, comes and takes the handoff and goes to the opposite side, and that's what we saw on that last play.
Once again, number 7, Spencer, in the shotgun, overload right, receiver right. It's a direct snap to Spencer, right up the middle, and he's initially hit by number 9, Lovett. And it looks like a bunch of Colonels, number 67, Beckham, number 22, Ron Colley was in there on the tackle.
Yeah, but he still moved the ball about 5 yards, so pushing that foul forward. And the Generals are pretty content here just to continue to run this kind of base up the middle offense here, where they're just running Spencer or running Jones, and until the Colonels can show they can stop it.
We got 2nd and 6 for the Generals at the 32-yard line of the Colonels. Overload left, receiver left, direct snap to Spencer around the left side. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that call is going to be. It's going to be against the Colonels on the offsides penalty, so that's another penalty that'll against IA. That's their second of the night, one offensively and one defensively now. But that's going to move the Generals up 5 yards further, so it's going to bring up second down and about 1 here. 9:49 left in the second quarter here. 14-0 IA, but the Generals are dropping. They're getting close to that red zone, and they're really just pushing the pile, Coach. That's what they're doing. They're running up the middle until the boys in blue can stop it. We need that bootlegger defense out here and really get another takeaway.
It's 2nd and 1 for the Generals at the 27-yard line. Direct snap to number 7, Spencer, around the left side, and he's hit by number 67, Beckham, but it looks like they're going to get the first down.
Yeah, he has too much momentum going. Beckham, say that 3 times fast. He came off the ball hard, pushed his man out of the way, and got down the line to tackle Spencer. But Spencer had too much steam and too much momentum in order to get the first down. So that moves the chains again for the Generals. 9:46 left here in the first quarter, 14-0 IA as the Generals come to the line.
It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Colonel 24-yard line. You got an overload formation left, a receiver left. On Spencer, shotgun formation, it's direct snap. He's going to give a quick handoff to number 2, Jones, around the right side. And he is going to be fouled. He breaks one tackle. And it's going to be finally pulled down by number 12, Stevens, on the right side.
Yeah, Aiden Jones is just one of we used to call him scat backs, Coach. He's one of those guys that you think you got him, and then you don't have him. And that's exactly what happened here. He came on a sweep onto the right side, and he got past the first Colonel, and then it took about 3 or 4 others to get him down because he's so slippery, he's so quick. And now it's inside the 10. The ball is moved down inside the 10. 9:18 left. The Generals are driving, looking to get back in this game. They've been down 2 scores here for a while now, 14-0 IA.
It's going to be 1st and 7 from the Colonel 7-yard line. It's going to be an overload formation right, receiver right. It's direct snap to Spencer, and he's around the right side, and it's going to be touchdown General. Spencer is going to get into the end zone.
Yeah, they just went that direct snap and that quarterback keeper around the right side there, and they really established their strength up front on this drive. They look like they've kind of woken up here a little bit, and they just pushed the Colonels back here and was able to score that touchdown. And it looks like they're going to go with an extra point attempt instead of a 2-point conversion. And it is 14-6 right now, 8:59 left in the second.
And they are going to go for the 2 points. Direct snap is a little option to number 7, so it's going to be a 2-point play for the Generals. So the score, 8:59 left in the second quarter. The Colonels 14, the Generals 8.
Yeah, what happened there, it's hard to describe it to you a little bit because all of the Generals' main line lined up on the left. They had the center there. They had the placeholder and the kicker. And instead of bringing that line back to go for the extra point, they direct snapped it, and the placeholder took the snap, went and pitched it out to Spencer on an option play, and he was able to get into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. 8:59 left in the second quarter. It's 14-8 IA. So a big job for the Generals coach. They were needing a lot, and they got a lot on that drive. They got a lot out of their key guy, Patrick Spencer, along with Aiden Jones. And their line kind of came together on that drive to make a real big push. So we've got a ball game here at Legion Field this Friday night here, 14-8, 8:59 left in the second.
And we're setting up for their kickoff. It's going to be number 30, Fleming, and number 22, Ron Colley, deep for the Colonels. And number 7, Spencer, is going to be doing the kicking duties for the Generals as he comes on slowly to the field.
He's got to be tired already, but he's got a long way to go, man. I tell you what, we want to be on the lookout for one of these high kicks, If they're going to do that on an extra point, you don't know what they're going to try to do on a kickoff to regain possession of the ball. So everybody in blue has got to have their heads up, their minds right, and be ready for anything that comes their way. So we're getting ready to kick off here with 8:59 left in the second. IA is leading 14-8.
We just got to make sure on the kick that we control the ball and not try to run before we got the ball.
Yeah, just remember we can take that knee no matter where we receive the ball at. That's a high school rule where wherever you catch it, you can take a knee, and so need to be mindful of that.
So 7 Spencer is back to kick. You got 22 Ron Colley, 30 Fleming back deep for the Colonels. It's going to be a high kick. It's going to be taken by 22 Ron Colley. And he's going to be hit. Got some good yardage, and he's going to be hit by number 22, Britt, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Colonels.
Yeah, it was a high end over end kick. It wasn't a long kick, and Ron Colley was right there to receive it about the 25-yard line, gets it up to about the 45-yard line. So a decent return for the senior running back here for IA. And IA is starting out here with good field position again. The average starting field position for IA has been around their own 40, so good chance to get another job going.
1st and 10 at the Colonel 43-yard line. So Pony under center, 2 backfield, 2 receivers to the left, and we got a timeout for the Generals. So with that timeout, let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to High Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
20 seconds left with Let's Make Money. It's time for our first guest to pick a category of their choice. Alex.
I'll take reliable banking for $600.
Though it's local, this bank is known for having expansive online capabilities.
Community Bank?
Correct.
Reliable banking, $800.
The Small Business Administration ranked this bank #1 in Mississippi for SBA loans.
Community Bank?
Correct again.
Reliable banking, $1,000.
All right, Alex, this is for all the marbles. This bank is truly like no other bank you know.
Community Bank.
We have a winner!
Community Bank, always the right answer.
Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. That's Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola. Call 887-2160. That's Gresham Petroleum Company.
Welcome back to High Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. There's going to be a pitch to number 22 around the 22 Ron Colley around the left side. He's going to get good yardage, and he's going to be brought down by number 2 Jones and number 56 Skates. But it's going to be a Colonel first down on that run.
Yeah, the Colonel started their own 44-yard line there, 45-yard line, and a pitch out to senior 22 Ron Colley. Gets blocking up front, so he's able to get the edge. He hops over one player that had fallen down for the Generals and gets extra yardage, and a great first down run for the senior Ron Colley as the Colonels are up 14-8 with 8:39 left in the second quarter. hoping to see another sustained drive, get some momentum going to answer the touchdown that the Generals just had.
1st and 10 for the Colonels at the General 45-yard line. It's going to be a high formation. It's a pony under center, 2 receivers to the left. It's going to be a snap. It's going to be a give to Jack Jenkins. And it looks like he fumbles the ball. And it looks like it's going to be a recovery by the Generals. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Generals at their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, it was a running play that we run where we can either give it to the fullback or pull it out. It's a read option run. And so looked like the pony wanted to give to the fullback Jenkins. Jenkins wasn't ready to hold on to the ball. He thought that it was going to be pulled out, and the ball just lands right there on the field for the Generals to scoop up. And now they've got great field position about the 44 with a turnover of their own here, 14-8 IA.
And they come out with a stack left, receiver left, straight on, direct snap to Spencer around the left side, and he's got some running room. And he's finally brought down by number 27, Hobbs, but it's going to be a first down for the Generals.
Yeah, right here in the second quarter, Spencer and his line are kind of imposing their will here a little bit. IA brought C.J. Brown from his safety position up, but wasn't able to secure the tackle there, and that led big number 7, Patrick Spencer, to get to the corner. And once he got to the corner, he had a lot of green space there, and several Colonels were able to bring him down. First down and 10 for the Generals, 14-8 IA.
And they come to the line of scrimmage with the overload formation to the left, receiver left. It's a motion. It's going to be a give to number 2, Jones, around the right side. And there's going to be a touchdown for number 2, Jones.
Aiden Jones gets the ball. He gets the corner. Abel Williamson is meeting him out in the flat around the 10-yard line. Dives for him. Aiden Jones twists and turns. C.J. Brown misses the tackle, and Jones is able to extend to get into the end zone for a touchdown. But Jones is slow getting to his feet, slow getting up, needs some help from his some teammates here. He's holding his shoulder. It looks like his left shoulder, so usually, Coach, that looks like a potentially separated shoulder maybe or some kind of shoulder injury. So he is slow moving back. But that ties the game up. It was a heck of a run by Aiden Jones to make that effort and get into the end zone with all that was happening there. And it ties the game up at 14-14, 7:36 left in the second quarter. So much happening in this first half of football here. We got a good one at Legion Field.
We got what J.R. Ross used to say on WWE. We got a slobber knocker here at Legion Field.
That's right. So call your friends, tell them to tune in, text your friends at the game, and let them know you're listening because it's going to be a long game here because we're starting over tied up right now, and we'll see if they kick this extra point or if they do something here where they go for 2 again. But it looks like 42 is going to be Parker Brown is going to be in to kick this extra point. Excuse me. They got Angels over there working on him. He's still holding that shoulder. We see one of the medical professionals heading over there to help check out as they get ready to snap.
There's a snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's going to be good. So with 7:36 left in the second quarter, the Generals 15, the Colonels 14.
Yeah, they just the Generals just got a lot of confidence on that last possession where they scored, and then once you get the turnover, it's just this back and forth of momentum here. The Colonels had the turnover, got momentum, went up 2 scores. The Generals came back, kind of imposed their will a little bit, running the football with their big quarterback, Patrick Spencer. Got a score, then they got a 2-point conversion on kind of this trick play. Then they get a turnover and march it back down the field with a great play by Aiden Jones. But I will say this, Coach, if Aiden Jones is out for an extended period, if he's out for the rest of the game, that is going to be a huge loss for these Washington Generals because they have been dependent upon him and Patrick Spencer to really carry the load. And that's just going to put that much more on the shoulders of Patrick Spencer to lead this team.
You're absolutely correct, especially after that's been some of the key players that we talked about in pregame. Was Aiden Jones was a key player for the General success if they was going to have success tonight.
Yeah, you think someone like Ty Stigna is going to move from receiver maybe to run the ball out of the backfield a little bit. but you also got Fred Naylor out there, number 10, has potential to help out in that. But we'll see. Hopefully everything is okay with Aiden Jones. It's nothing too serious, but it did look like a shoulder injury as the Generals get ready to kick off to the Colonels. Colonels are down 1. They're down 1 for the Washington Generals, 15-14. There's 7:36 left in what has been an action-packed first half here at Legion Field.
Remember, folks, if you're not at the game and you're having trouble maybe even listening to us on the radio, you can always go to YouTube and type in the Indianola Academy Sports Network, and you can watch a live stream of the game on YouTube. We're getting ready for the kickoff. It's got number 22, Ron Colley, number 30, Fleming, back deep for the Colonels. You got number 7, Spencer, ready to kick off for the Generals. It's going to be, let's see if they do the same type of kick they did a while ago, a little high kick. The kick is off. It's a high kick. Number 30, Fleming with the return. And number 30, Fleming on the right side. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Colonels. Number 30, Fleming takes the kickoff and returns it all the way for a Colonel touchdown.
What an outstanding kick return by Brooks Fleming. He catches it clean. It was another high end-over-end kick out. They kicked from the right hash here at the 35. They kicked it off. Hayes got it about his own 30. He made one move, one cut, got to the sideline, and then he was untouched the rest of the way. And now the Colonels go back up 20-15. 7:20 left in the second quarter. Looking to make this extra point good to go up 6 points here in this wonderful first half that we've been in. Pleasure watching here on a Friday night.
What a great run by Fleming, but we have to give credit to the guys that block for him. They did an awesome job giving him a lane to run in. We got the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's going to be good. So the Colonels are going to be up with 7:20 left in the second quarter, 21 to 15.
Coach, we are in a game that comes down to, this is the type of game that comes down to turnovers and special teams. And so both teams have turned the ball over, and the opponent is taking advantage of those turnovers. Both teams have now had a special teams play that is making a difference in the game. And so this seems like a game where you're going to have to buckle up a little bit because these teams are kind of going to slug it out here a little bit. It's 7:20 left in the first half, and IA off that long kick return by Brooks Fleming, number 30 for IA, have now gone up 21-15, and it's going to be the Generals' ball and their turn to see what they can do with it.
And I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Go back to good old J.R. Ross. It looks like it might come down to an old-fashioned slobberknocker.
I'll throw one in there, too, from the Rock. There's no jabronis out on this field tonight. Everybody's getting ready to play. Everybody's been working hard all week, and so we got a good one here at Legion Field.
So as we get ready for the kickoff, you got number 3, Cigna back. You got the back deep. You got number 18.
Wilson
McBall back deep. You got number 24, Saul, kicking off for the Colonels. The kick is off, and it's a little drop right over the deep and it's going to be down by Cigna after a drop by number 23, Williams. It was a nice-looking kick. It just went over the second line of return for the Generals, and it just sort of rolled. It gave us the time to get there. We just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, very purposeful play on special teams there by the Colonels. We know that J.O. can kick it into the end zone, but he kicks this one a little short and a little soft, and he kicks it to some folks that may not have all the reps of returning kicks, and it causes nothing else. We weren't able to get it, but it causes them, the Generals, to start at their own 19-yard line. So their worst starting position of the night, I believe. And so they come to the line. It's 21-15 IA in the second quarter.
The Generals come to the line of scrimmage with an overload formation right. Patrick Spencer, shotgun formation. He's going to give to Cigna around the left side, but he's going to be met by number 22, Ron Cowley, number 8, or number 9, Lovett in the backfield.
Yeah, Walker Ferguson on that too. You know, Cigna is really quick, but he's not as shifty necessarily as Aiden Jones, and so he comes up the middle and he gets taken care of. A good defensive possession for the Colonels. It brings up 2nd and 8 as the Generals get ready to come back to the line here. We really want to see this defense step up. They've kind of been pushed around these last 2 drives, so they need to respond here.
It's going to be Jones come to the line of scrimmage, over formation left. Patrick Spencer takes direct snap around the left side, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage by number 67, Beckham.
Yeah, big Beckham is moving down that line. He's reaching that play even before the snap comes because they're really sticking with Patrick Spencer running the ball. And so he's coming off that snap, moving his guy, and then getting down the line. He's not going straight into the backfield. He's getting down the line where that overload is, and he's able to get in there and get enough momentum to take Spencer down. So it's going to bring up 3 or 4. It's a manageable down for the Generals, but it'd be a great possession for the Colonels if they can get off the field here.
So the Generals come off 3rd and 4 from their 25. Split backfield, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Spencer drops it off to number 3. He makes a quick move, and he's going to be tackled by number 12, Stevens, and number 21, Perkins, after a nice little shifty move by Signa.
Yeah, that was one of their first passes here in a long time. It was just a little swing pass out to Ty Signa. He makes Jack Jenkins miss, and then he gets enough for the first down here to keep the chains moving for the Generals. So Ty Signa, he's similar in stature to Aiden Jones, but just a little bit different player, and coming from that receiver position, is going to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield. 1st and 10 at their own 32. The Generals with a formation, 2 backfield, receivers to the left. It's going to be a give to number 3, Signa around the left side, and he's going to be hit by number 22, Ron Kiley, off the left side. Yeah, Brooks Fleming was in on that tackle too, but still enough momentum there to move the chains. Not move the chains, excuse me, but get another 3 or 4 yards there and keep this drive going. The Colonels are being moved side to side. That's what the Generals want to do. They want to go this side. They want to come back this side. They want to move that defense side to side so they can do some misdirection and get more yardage here.
Generals come to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 6, split backfield. It's going to be the direct snap. It's going to be a pass, and it's going to be an incomplete pass, so it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, a quick drop back for Patrick Spencer. He's looking in the direction of number 24, Luke McPherson, but the ball was really misplaced there, really behind Luke McPherson, number 24, and so it bounced incomplete there. So that brings up 36, and let's see if the Colonels can stop this drive. If the Colonels can stop this drive, get the ball back, and maybe get some points on the board going into halftime, that would be a huge, huge way to finish this half.
The Generals come to the line of scrimmage, split backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. It's the snap. It's the fake give to Signa, and it's going to be Spencer on the carry. And he's going to be met by number 3, Partridge, and number 53, Ham. So it's going to bring a 4th down for the Generals.
Yeah, they brought the blitz that time again. They brought it earlier in the half with Brooks Fleming off the edge. And so with him blitzing and coming untouched, that caused some struggle there in the backfield, and they weren't able to get the first down. So it looks like the Colonels are going to get the ball in decent field position. 21-15 IA.
Spencer's back deep to punt. Number 7, Bolden back deep for the Colonels. It's a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be a false start against the Generals. And that's exactly what the call is going to be. False start against the Generals. So that's going to back the Generals up 5 yards. Going to bring up 4th and 9 from their 33-yard line. Spencer's still on to kick. Number 7, Bolden still deep for the Colonels to return.
Yeah, that gives the Generals 4 penalties in this half, and it's been significant timing on these penalties, and so that's going to give the Colonels even better field position, it looks like, when they get this ball back with 4:11 in the second quarter left, 21-15.
It's the snap. It's the kick. It's a good kick. It hits and it rolls. And it's going to be down at the 8-yard line of the Colonels.
What a great kick by Patrick Spencer. Mr. Do-It-All for the Generals. He gets a snap. He takes and makes a good punt, and then gets a roll of about almost 30 yards, Coach. A roll down inside the 10. Bolden didn't think he was going to go that far. He let it drop because it looked like it was going to drop around, say, the 20-yard line, but then it just takes an enormous bounce and gets inside the 10. He tries to pick it up, get some yards back, but it's too late because the Generals are down there to corral him. So that's good. That puts the Generals further back with 3:56 left in this half, 21-15 IA. Let's see if they can get this drive going and at least keep possession of the ball the rest of this quarter.
So the Colonel's going to start this offensive drive with 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line. You know, so far we've been moving the ball decent tonight, better than we have in the first 4 games of the season. And maybe we can get, with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left in the second quarter, maybe we can take all that 3 minutes and 56 seconds and put another score on the board for us.
Well, you know, to be a good team, you've got to close out quarters and you've got to close out halves. And so what you want to see if you're Coach Nestor, you want to see your guys close out this half well, potentially get some points on the board going into the second half, because the Generals will receive the kickoff coming out of halftime. And so it's going to be a long drive, but if we can get this long drive going and maybe steal some points here, we'll see if the Colonels can do that as they come to the line. 21-15 IA.
Colonels come to the line of scrimmage, split backfield, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. It's going to be a give to the number 22, Ron Cowley, around the right side. He stiff arms one, stiff arms another one. He makes a good move, and he's finally going to be brought down over there on the General sideline by number 5, Fatizzi. But there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, about the second guy that he came across, it looked like it maybe was Tyler Alford on that hole, because he was trying to let go of the General defender, but was just kind of too late there as Ron Colley ran past him, and that's when the flag came out. So that's going to be half the distance to the goal. So this drive even got longer here, and it's going to be a real big chance for the Colonels to maybe even field position at this point. We were talking about maybe getting points, but it may just be flipping field position at this point as the opponent goes back out with the play from Coach Nestor.
It's going to be we're going to replay 1st down, and it looks like it's going to be 1st and 13 from the Colonel 5-yard line.
The Generals have 2 timeouts they can use. Let's see how they play this.
Single backfield for the Colonels. Receivers left, 1 receiver right. It's going to be a toss to the left side to Ron Cowley. He's going to be hit and driven out of bounds by number 30, Bennett. So it's going to bring up 2nd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, ran sweep. You know, when you're back down in that territory, you want to give the senior the ball. And Ron Collins was met by 3 Generals in the flat out there, was pushed out. They never took him down. He's so hard to get down. And it's going to bring up another long down and distance for the Colonels on 2nd down here.
It's going to be a 2nd down from the Colonel's 7-yard line.
You know, the bad part about that is, you know, they pushed you out of bounds, which stops the clock. If you're the Colonels, you want to stay in bounds. You don't want to necessarily start giving time for the Generals to use to maybe get some cheap points for them. And the Generals still have that 2 timeouts. So we'll see what Coach Watt and the strategy he wants to play with that. 3:05 left in the second quarter, 21-15 IA.
Well, like they always say, you can't take them with you.
Can't take them with you. Might as well spin them.
They don't roll over in the game of football.
They don't. They do not.
So here we go. The Colonels are 2nd and 13 from about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, got about 93 yards to go here. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Let's see what we can do here. A long down and distance, 2nd and 13.
Colonels come to the line of scrimmage. I formation, 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Number 7 folding in motion. And it's going to be a give to Ron Cowley on the left side. And he's going to be brought down by number 11, Thompson. So it's going to be a 3rd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, just a quick handoff to Ron Colley on the left side there, trying to get something moving and trying to get the ball down. The clock's running here. The Colonels are not in a hurry. You know, the 3rd down play, I don't necessarily know that you want to try a pass play this deep in your own territory. I look for the Colonels to probably kind of just, get a decent run, maybe get the 1st down and keep it going, but if not, try to flip the field position with the punt from J.O. We'll see what they come out in. I don't think this is time to take a shot, but, 2 minutes left in the first half, you never know.
The Colonels come up to the line of scrimmage with a shotgun formation. But it looks like a timeout for the Colonels. So with that timeout, we're going to take a 1-minute break. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Car buying is different now than ever before. But one thing that will never change is our commitment to excellent service at Cannon Motors of Mississippi. As the largest family-owned dealer in Mississippi, we're proud to serve you for all your automotive needs. Whether you're buying a new Chevrolet Silverado or a certified pre-owned vehicle, we got you back. Come see us at Cannon Chevrolet of Greenwood today. And remember, when the smoke clears, nobody beats a Cannon deal. Nobody. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Hey, this is Chris McLean with Indianola Electric. We would like to thank our loyal customers for your continued support for the past 36 years. We are in our second generation operating under the same family for over 3.5 decades. As an electrical contractor, we are here for all of your electrical needs, from service and repair to customized automation and controls. We also have a complete motor shop for new or rebuilt electric motors and generators. Give us a call today at Indianola Electric for all of your electrical needs at 662-887-3292.
Welcome back to I Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. You're listening to Scooter Prince and the Rev.
Yeah, Bert.
And we're back to action. It's 3rd down and 8 for the Colonels at their own 11-yard line. If those at home, the Colonels are moving the ball from right to left with the scoreboard to the back. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers wide to the left. The zone on his back, and it's going to be tipped. It's going to be knocked out of his hand, and it's going to be recovered by the Colonels, so it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Colonels.
Yeah, I said before we went to break, I don't think you take a shot here so close to your own end zone, and what do they come out to? Come out of shotgun, they're looking big for E.J. Hall, and the pony's waiting for E.J. to kind of get a little bit more open, a little bit further down the field, goes to throw the ball, and his arm is hit from the linebacker coming around his blind side there. The ball pops up in the air. Thankfully, the Colonels are able to recover it at their own 1.5-yard line there. So that brings up a long 4th down for the Colonels here. Now kind of finishing the half as we hoped. There's 1:52 left in the second quarter, 21-15 IA. Yeah, I think you got to take some shots, but I don't know if that was necessarily the best spot to take a shot, Coach.
I don't either. I think that we probably should have just seen if we could have got some positive yardage on a run, and then so now you're going to put on Saul Jeho back deep in the end zone to punt the ball.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that could go wrong with that, especially with this being his first year. I see Coach Wright down there explaining to him some things, making sure that when he catches the ball, he don't step backwards and go out of bounds, which will result in a safety for the Generals.
Yeah, you in that condensed space here now, and so that makes the kick have to come out. It makes the snap have to be better, has the kick come out quicker, and then the returner has an opportunity to really get some yards here. With 1:55 left and 2 timeouts, the Generals could actually put some points on the board now after all this has transpired here. So we do need a really good punt here. We'll see what happens as we get ready to snap it.
You got number 3 signal back deep for the Generals. It's the snap. The punt is out. It's a nice-looking punt end over end. It bounces, and it takes a decent roll, and it's going to be down by the Colonels at their own 34-yard line.
Yeah, it wasn't a booming kick, but it was a pretty decent kick. It was a kick angled enough to where Todd Signa couldn't come up and catch it. He let it roll. Our guys were able to down it around the 35-yard line. But with 2 timeouts, 1:45 left, that really gives the Generals some opportunity to continue to run the ball. One, that's what they've been wanting to do, so they're able to continue to run the ball. And 2, it's going to give them an opportunity to get points here before the half ends. And they'll receive the ball coming out of the second half.
The Generals come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 at the Colonel's 34-yard line. Shotgun formation. Spencer takes the pass. A quick pass to number 24, McPherson, and it looks like it's going to be a General 1st down.
Yeah, in the shotgun, takes that quick snap, and then right across the middle to number 24, McPherson, puts it right in his hands. He makes a great catch. He's met by the Colonels to take him down for no extra yardage, but that's a 1st down with 1:38 left in the second.
It's going to be a shotgun formation with 2 receivers to the right. Spencer drops a quick pass to number 3 signal around the right side, and he makes a quick move, and he's in for the score.
Yeah, what happened there is they were in that shotgun formation. They brought Signa out of the backfield, and the Colonels were running a blitz up the middle or bringing some extra men in the box because they were looking to guard against the run, and all that did was leave the flat wide open for the speedy Signa, and he actually walked in untouched. So, we talked about this field position and how they could gain points. Well, they came out and they gained it exactly what they wanted to get as a touchdown, and they're taking the extra point looking to go up here. It's 21-21 right now.
You got number 10, Naylor, being a holder. You got the snap, the kick, and it looks like it was a bad hold. and he's running around, and it looks like he's going to be, and it's going to be an interception by number 19, C.J. Brown. So that the PAT is no good. What a play by the Colonel defense.
Well, this is the game, man. This is going to be fun. This is going to be the back and forth. I think we're going to see the rest of the game because the Generals get that touchdown. It couldn't have looked worse for the Colonels on punting out their own end zone and then giving up that touchdown. And then on the extra point attempt, it was kind of a botched placement there by number 10, Naylor. He gets up. He's looking to throw the ball. C.J. Brown intercepts the ball, not able to advance it any further. So it's turnover now. So the Colonels are going to get the ball, and they've got a couple of timeouts to work with, 1:26 left in the second quarter. And it's a tie ball game, Coach, 21-21.
If you're listening to us on Super Talk for the Delta, and you want to watch it live stream, go to YouTube and put in Indianola Academy Sports Network, and you can be watching the same action that we're watching here at Legion Field. It is a good game, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a back-and-forth contest between two teams that are just battling each other out there on the gridiron.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame. Hey, each of these teams got beat really bad last week, and they're tired of losing. And so they want to come in this week. They're hungry. They're thirsty for a win. They want to get that W, and they're both out there really, really playing hard. And the momentum is just swinging back and forth, back and forth. Each team has a turnover. Washington has 4 penalties. IA has 3 penalties, and so a little bit back and forth here. And let's see if the Colonels can make something happen on this kickoff. Last kickoff was returned for a long touchdown run by Brooks Fleming. So let's see what happens here. It's lined up on the right hash for the Generals to kick off.
So we got number 30, Hayes Fleming back deep. Number 22, Connor Roncalli. The kick is up. It's off. It's going to be a kick. Roncalli is going to get it. He's returning. And he's going to be hit by number 30, Bennett. And it's going to be Colonel first down at about the Colonel's 33-yard line.
Yeah, went right to Roncalli. Roncalli took it up the left side, was waiting for some blocks, making some moves, but then the Generals kind of corralled him, bottled him up there. And we'll see how the Colonels can come out with this 1:18 left. Use these timeouts, maybe get something going here as they come to the line. And I apologize for saying Brooks Fleming all this time. It's Hayes Fleming, excuse me.
Colonels come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from their own 33. They got I formation, 2 receivers to the left. Zaponi takes a snap. He gives to number 22, Roncalli, around the left side. And Roncalli lowers his head, and number 11, Thompson, takes him down, but he gets good yardage on that run.
Yeah, he gets the ball to Roncalli around the left side. He makes a cut. He comes one-on-one with Thompson, Thompson gets low, and then Roncalli's able to get across there close to the first down. And a timeout by Washington School with 1:09 left here in the second quarter. It's tied up 21-21. So a good run by Roncalli to start this drive. 1 minute left. The Colonels do have 2 timeouts. They were given this one because Washington School had to get a timeout. Maybe just giving their guys a breather here for a second and using that timeout for that. I don't know. But let's see if the Colonels can maybe get another run, another pass. We've kind of been waiting this year to see if J-Ho can get maybe a longer field goal attempt, and that may be what we're coming up on here as we think about the end of this first half here with 1:09 left. We'll see if they can kind of get his range. His range typically is kind of that 35-yard, 30-yard range, kind of with that accuracy. And so if they can get into that range, maybe steal a few points on a field goal here to end out the half.
We got a measurement on the field, and it's going to be a first down for the Colonels. After that good run by Roncalli, he picks up the first down, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Colonels at their own 43-yard line.
And it was just by the nose of the football. It wasn't by much. It was just enough to get that first down. And now they're coming out of the timeout ready to go. It's 1:09, second quarter, 21-21.
And the Colonels come to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be Zaponi under center. It's going to be I formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. You got E.J. Hall and Bolden to your left. You got Alford, number 44, Tyler Alford to your right. It's a snap. It's going to be a give to number 22, Roncalli, around the left side. He made 2 people miss, and he's finally brought down by number 30, Bennett, and number 7, Spencer. but it looks like that run is going to be enough for another Colonel first down.
Yeah, Ryan Conley got it out there for 15 yards. Colonel get right to the line.
I formation, 2 receivers, and we got a flag on the play. So you got to see what this penalty is going to be.
Yeah, we're waiting on the call here. The Colonels got there to the line.
Looks like it's going to be a delay of game against the Colonels, so that's going to move on back.
I'm not sure how that could be because they got a first down. They went right to the line. I don't know how that could be delay of game, but now it's going to be 1st and 15. The Colonels coming to the line.
1st and 15 from the Colonels' 49-yard line. I formation, 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Another give to Ron Kelly around the left side. And he's going to be met by number 30, Bennett.
Yeah, he had to fight to get out of bounds there, right at the 50. They've been running this play, pretty much the same looking play here on this drive. Just give it to Ron Colley around the left side. He's got some good runs there. He got a little pushback there, was able to get out of bounds. Good smart move by the senior to stop the clock with 56 seconds left here in the first half, 21-21, as the Colonels are looking to try to get some points to finish out this half with.
The Colonels come to the line of scrimmage at the Generals' 49-yard line. The Colonels are moving right to left with the scoreboard to their back. I formation, 2 receivers to the left. Zapponi drops back, he rolls to the right, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds because he had pressure by number 22, Brett.
Yeah, Christian Bennett was chasing him down, and Zapponi is potentially going to have potentially looking at, there goes the flag.
And we just had a flag on the play. It was an argument or a discussion about...
It's hard to tell. I don't know if the flag is on the Washington School coach or if the flag is for intentional grounding. The pony put it out there. The Colonel receiver was a little farther out than you expected. I think Washington was vaulting that intentional grounding. But the coach came onto the field, and then the flag came. So we'll see what the call is here. It is intentional
grounding against the Colonels.
Maybe he kind of gave the coach a warning as he did bring the call, but, make the call. Don't let the coach make the call for you. I don't understand that. If you're not going to throw the flag, don't have an opposing coach come out there and make you throw the flag.
Guy, I could say a few things about that, but I think I'll just keep my opinions to myself. As a coach,
we'll move on. We won't hang out there, but that's another penalty for IA. It evens up the penalties here in the first half. 4 for IA, 4 for the Generals, and that was a big-time call there. You got to get it a little bit closer. If you have to, throw it out of bounds closer to your player so there's no question on if it's intentional grounding or not.
So the Colonel's going to be, it's going to be second down, or is it going to be third down? It's going to be third down at the 40-yard line. The pony takes a stab. He gives to Ron Cowley around the left side. Ron Cowley has got a big hole that he gets to, and he's finally brought down by number 30 Bennett, and that was a great run by Ron Cowley around the left side. And it's going to be a timeout for the Colonels. With that timeout and 29 seconds left in the second quarter, your score is tied 21-21. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Delta South Motors of Indianola. Located at 400 Highway 82, Delta South is your new home for quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. With affordable pricing and available financing, sales manager Tommy Cook invites everyone to visit him and the friendly staff at their new location in Indianola. Tommy, formerly of Cosman's, has over 15 years experience in sales and service of automobiles in the Mississippi and Arkansas Delta. Remember, Delta South Motors Indianola, your Delta dealer with the better deal.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new lower car insurance rates in Mississippi, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Andy Daniels at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save even more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. State Farm agent Andy Daniels is ready to help you save in Indianola. Call Andy today at 662-887-1578. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. It's going to be 4th down and 7 for the Colonels. We got the punting team on the field. Number 24, Saw, is back deep to punt for the Colonels. You got number 3, Cigna, back deep to receive for the Generals with 29 seconds before halftime. There's the snap, the kick, It's a nice high kick to the right side, and it's going to bounce out of bounds about the Generals' 24, 25-yard line.
Yeah, IA came out in just a typical punt formation, a clean snap. Deho angles it over to the right away from Tom Signa. So that's going to bring up first down with 21 seconds left for the Generals. We'll see if they try to take a shot or if they just come out and kind of just run some base plays to run the clock out, because they will receive the ball in the second half coming out of halftime. It's been quite the half, Coach, back and forth, and it's 21 seconds and it's 21-21. Both teams scored those points, and it's been a great game here so far.
It's 1st and 10 for the Generals at their own 24-yard line. It looks like they're going to go somewhat of a victory formation, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking the snap, and they nailed it to get the clock moving.
I think they're going to have to do it again here. It's a 1 or 2 second difference with the play clock and the game clock. It actually runs out to half, and so that wraps up the first half with this great crowd here. And I know the players think the crowd's here for them, but they're actually here for all the Colonel Cuties that are about to take the field at halftime. All the little girl cheerleaders heading out onto the field.
You know, we got a special halftime here. It's going to be what they call the Colonel Cuties. All the younger girls at IA are going to go out.
Yeah, all the pre-K girls and younger elementary girls, they've been working hard, and all the grandmas and grandpas and dads and moms and aunts and uncles, they're all out here and piling in right now. What a great first half, Coach. I mean, you got two teams coming in hungry for a win, and they're playing like it, and a lot of back and forth. It's just an entertaining first half here at Legion Field. A lot of positive things on both sides, but some mistakes in the passing game, some mistakes up front that have held teams from maybe being where they want to be. But if you're Coach Lott and you're Coach Spencer going into halftime, you got to be pretty pleased to be signed up on this type of night, this type of game.
You sure do. It's why, if you're not here at the Legion Field and you're having to listen to us on the radio, don't forget that you can go to YouTube and put in Indianola Academy Sports Network, and you'll be able to see the game on a live stream. But with that, let's take a 2-minute break. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Coach Tommy Nestor here for South Sunflower County Hospital. In the Nestor household, we know a thing or two about championships. And just like the therapy team at South Sunflower County Hospital, we know that championship health care is always in season. South Sunflower County Hospital provides preseason training, game day coverage, in-season evaluation, injury management, and postseason recovery, which allows you to stay in the game longer. South Sunflower County Hospital, your hometown hospital.
Are you looking for another choice for your prescription needs? Try any of your local Good Neighbor pharmacies and experience the difference your friends and neighbors are already enjoying. Your local Good Neighbor pharmacies serving the Delta with 5 convenient locations. City Drugstore, Hollandale, Cleveland Medical Arts, Cleveland, GMP Pharmacy, Belzona, Yazoo Drug Company, Yazoo City, Magic Mart Pharmacy, Indianola. Your Good Neighbor Pharmacy, where you get same copay and better service. Experience the Good Neighbor difference. Bring your prescriptions in today. Your local Good Neighbor pharmacies serving the Delta with 5 convenient locations.
Hey, Cooper, we've been talking about our Pabst Store Robertson Floor Service for a long time.
Olivia, there is a reason the people in the Delta shop with our Pabst.
You know it!
We carry all type of floor, carpet, ceramic, wood, tile, and vinyl plank. We also sand, refinish hardwood concrete, and brick floors.
For all your flooring needs, come see us at Robertson Floor Service.
And get a free Coke. And by the way, the estimates are free.
Robertson Floor Service Indianola, voted the best of the best for 2 years in a row.
For over 100 years, Planters Bank has been committed to offer full-service banking in Sunflower County. I'm Ryan Strawbridge, president of Planters Bank in Indianola. From sponsoring a variety of community events, including high school sports, we are proud supporters of all things Indianola. If you need a loan, checking account, or any other banking service, please visit us at either of our convenient locations in Indianola. Planters Bank, a proud supporter of the IA Colonels. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. We're in halftime now, and it's 21-21, and it has been a game.
Yeah, the keys that have been happening in this first half was the turnovers that led to points for both teams. There's a couple of turnovers where the other team was able to capitalize and kind of create momentum, go back and forth. The Colonels came out really on fire, went up by 2 touchdowns, but the Generals were not about that. They were going to punch back and kind of asserted their dominance there. And one key play that happened was when Aiden Jones got out to the right side here going towards the scoreboard, and he made some moves, some twists and turns, got in the end zone, but landed awkwardly on his shoulder and had to come out of the game. So I don't know what his status is, but I would venture to say that he's probably not going to be back tonight. And that's a huge loss for the Washington Generals that they're going to have to overcome. They got Todd Signa that's filling in at that right now, and he ended up having to score on a swing pass out there in the first half as well. So another key theme in the game is special teams. The Generals were able to score a 2-point conversion after their first touchdown on kind of this trick play, a trick option play. They got them 2 points, and then IA had a big kickoff return by Fleming down the right side with some great blocking to score that touchdown. So all that leads us to where we sit at halftime, 21-21. Generals and the Colonels both came ready to play tonight.
And as we're sitting here in the press box, looking down on the field, we got a bunch of Colonel Cuties on the field that's getting ready to perform for our home crowd, which is a lot of folks are here tonight. Even on the General side, it's pretty decent crowd over there.
Yeah, it's always, a 30-minute drive from Washington School to IA to Legion Field, and a lot of people are here tonight to have a good Friday night, and they've got a good game and a lot of good halftime entertainment. Have some stats here for you as you tune in. For IA, for rushing, Connor Roncalli has 15 carries, 92 yards in the first half. He also has 2 touchdowns. He has a touchdown running, and he has a touchdown catching. Lawson Sapone, 3 for 7, 33 yards and a touchdown. On defense, Jack Jenkins has 5 tackle assists. Walker Perkins has 7 tackle assists and a fumble recovery. And then you got Fleming coming in with 2 tackles and 4 tackle assists there. And also you had that kickoff return. So a lot of big plays happening out on that field tonight. A lot of things coming together for both teams who have been really working hard to find their identity this year. Both looking to win, and we've got a great one here this Friday night at Legion Field, 21-21 IA versus Washington School.
Yeah, Hayes Fleming looked like the White Lightning when he was running down that sideline with that kickoff return. He was gone. He looked like he came out of a cannon on that right side.
Look, he made one cut inside, then back out to the outside, and they had sealed it for him, and then he just outran everybody to the house.
And he was gone, but as we're sitting here at Legion Field, we're watching these Colonel Cuties do their thing, and they are getting after it.
You know, what you like to see from the Colonels is coming out and getting that momentum going. But you also got to, if you're a Washington School fan, you got to be proud of how they punched back. You know, they took the punch, then they started punching back, and both of these teams are really have been working hard. You know, I talked to Coach Lott early on the field before the game. You know, he's like, we're still trying to find our identity. And maybe tonight punching back is helping them find that identity. You know, Coach Nestor was talking about not giving up long, big plays. And I really haven't given up the long plays. They've kind of got some confusion where some guys got open, but really haven't given up that deep, long ball like they have the previous several games. And so really trying to get that win. Both teams really out here fighting, man. It's something to watch, and thank you for tuning in and listening. You can also check us out as we live stream. Shout out to Kyle Wilson on that on the YouTube channel, the IA Sports Network.
You know, the thing that's given IA defense trouble was that overload formation that the Generals came out in, where they were either direct snapping it to Spencer and he was running, or they was doing jet sweeps to Jones around the outside.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to do that now that Jones has been injured and probably isn't in. They're going to still line up in that overload formation. And if you're listening, what we mean by that is they have the offensive line, then they take their tailback and their fullback and put them right behind the tackle and the guard on either side. And then when they run it, they can have Spencer, the quarterback, run behind all that overload section, or they can hand off to the running back out of that overload, and he runs in the opposite direction. So it looks like to me that Todd Signa coming in from that receiver position, they're probably going to be looking to get him some screens or some more throws to the outside to get him in space instead of maybe running him up the middle like they did with Aiden Jones.
And with that overload formation, all they're doing is creating a numbers game to that side.
Yeah, they're looking for that mismatch, and they just want to get more numbers over there than the defense has. the Colonels have had some success with some blitzes that they brought. Hayes Fleming has come off the edge there untouched a couple of times. So maybe that's what Coach Putnam and Coach Nestor want to talk about it at halftime. Maybe get a few more blitz packages in there that can really cause the Generals some problems in the backfield, because part of the problem is that Spencer gets so much momentum going forward that he's pushing the pile. It's not that the Colonels aren't necessarily getting to where Patrick Spencer has the ball. He's just got so much momentum and so much strength that he's just pushing that pile down the field for 4 or 5, maybe even 6 yards. And so that's got to be tightened up as well for the Colonels if they come out to play defense in the second half.
So we got 6:14 left in halftime. It is 21-21. It is old-fashioned slobber knocker, as one of my favorite WWE announcers used to say by good old J.R. Ross. It is a slobber knocker here at Legion Field.
Yeah, it's going to be that way to the end. I don't expect anything different in the second half. I really don't expect one team to run away with this. I could be wrong, but the way these teams are in the trenches and fighting and bringing their best tonight, it's going to stay that way through 2 more quarters. And they're going to have to be, whoever's up for it, it's going to be the team that comes out to win. Whoever's up for it and wants it more and is able to not only want it more but stay focused, not have those turnovers and penalties, that's the one that's going to come out with the W.
5:27 left in halftime. The score is 21-21. Let's take a 2-minute break. You're listening to IE Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Hi, I'm Bailey at Bill's Body Shop in Ruleville, and we want to fix your car. We're a family-owned business that has long served the Delta with quality vehicle repairs. My grandfather started this business in 1972 with quality being his top priority. My dad has followed his lead for more than 20 years, proving to be committed to superior work. As a third generation, we are continuing the tradition of exceptional bodywork and excellent customer service. Give us a call today at 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
20 seconds left with Let's Make Money. It's time for our first guest to pick a category of their choice. Alex.
I'll take reliable banking for $600.
Though it's local, this bank is known for having expansive online capabilities.
Community Bank?
Correct.
Reliable banking, $800.
The Small Business Administration ranked this bank #1 in Mississippi for SBA loans.
Community Bank?
Correct again.
Reliable banking, $1,000.
All right, Alex, this is for all the marbles. This bank is truly like no other bank you know.
Community Bank!
We have a winner!
Community Bank, always the right answer.
Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. We are Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola, Mississippi. Call 887-2160.
Welcome back to IE Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. You're listening to Scooter Prince and the Revs. Robert? Coming back, we're at 3:06 left in halftime. It's 21-21. So, what is your parent corner of the night?
I'm a parent corner of the night. If you just listened to this for the first time, I've been bringing out a few parent corners about my lovely, wonderful daughter that I love, my 3-year-old Bess. And I think my parent corner for the week is this. My older daughter, Addison, is putting together some artwork. She's going to be having a tent at the Hot Tamale Festival over in Greenville where some youth artists from around the area, Planters Bank, sponsors them. So our kitchen has been turned into an art studio basically for the last couple of weeks. And so she's working on something. And so Beth climbs up in the stool next to her, and she grabs a piece of paper and some of those paint crayon kind of things, and she starts marking and making her marks. And she looks at my wife in the kitchen, and Beth says, "I'm doing so great, Mommy." And then Lindsay goes, yeah, you are. She's like, "I'm doing so great, Mommy." Sissy's not doing great. She's too slow. So there you go. That's the parent corner for the week, the critique of how slow my older daughter is from my 3-year-old. You never know exactly what 3-year-olds might say.
Oh, wow.
It's like my buddy. My buddy said, if you're, 4 and under, or if you're 8 and older, you can say whatever you want, because everybody's just going to say, oh, that's so cute.
It's either that's so cute, or you have earned the right to say what you want to.
They say, well, I'll be there one day, man. When I turn 80, I'm going to say whatever I want to say. Get ready.
It's sort of like my mom. My mom she's hitting tomorrow is my mom's birthday. She'll be 67 years old.
Oh, happy birthday to Scooter's mom.
And she is getting to that where she says whatever she wants to, because she has earned that right to say whatever she wants to.
That's right. Well, Friday night kicks off a great football weekend, and so all of our favorite teams are heading out to play this week, and Mississippi State's heading to Death Valley, down in LSU, down in Baton Rouge, down in the Bayou. So, I think State's had some pretty good games, so we'll see if they're ready to play Death Valley in the evening against LSU. An LSU team that's 1-1, State's 2-0. If you're an Ole Miss fan, heading to Georgia Tech tomorrow, the Rebs take on the Yellow Jackets, and I watched a little bit of Georgia Tech earlier this year. I think it's going to be a pretty tough game. I think the Rebs are going to have to play really well tomorrow, especially on the road. Then USM, Southern Mississippi, they host Northwestern State. Both of those teams are looking to get a win, get in the win column as they get their college football season started. And so those are what's happening tomorrow for all of our main college teams around the state.
And if you are like me, that is a Miami Hurricane fan, we are playing the Aggies of Texas A&M that took the loss last week against Appalachian State, which I don't know if I'm a D1 football school, if I really want to play the Mountaineers.
Exactly.
I don't know, because the week before they played Texas A&M, they went into the last possession of the game. They scored a touchdown. They couldn't get the 2-point conversion and wound up losing by 1 point to North Carolina. And then last week they went to, if I'm not mistaken, they were at Texas A&M.
Yeah, they were in College Station.
And they just handled the Aggies.
Yeah, you get the Aggies. You take that tough loss, and then now you're coming in to play a Miami Hurricane team that's, getting some momentum here. They've had some, too. I mean, they played some smaller schools, but they've got some momentum coming into this, and, Cristobal is going to have his team ready to play. So, I don't know too many other Hurricane fans, but Coach, I think you got a good one tomorrow to pay attention to.
I think so too. We played the high school the first game of the season. I don't know who that high school was, but it was there was a Bethune Cookman as a university play. And then last week we played Southern Miss. I watched the first few minutes of the game, and I watched it was Southern Miss was up, or it was tied 7-7. The next thing I know, it was a blowout by Miami.
Yeah, so fun-packed weekend, and that gets us to Sunday with NFL action. And so football is in full swing, and it is a beautiful thing, man. I tell you, those last few weeks of summertime and into August, where there's no football, you just kind of can't wait for it. And now it's here, and so it's gonna be another good weekend of football around.
And coming up next week for Colonel Athletics, you got the soccer team plays Monday at home, I believe, against Regents. I think they play at home against Regents. And then Tuesday, the softball team finishes up the regular season and the district games when we travel to Carroll Academy and to see how we can come up. And then the playoffs for softball starts next Saturday. And it's going to be, they're saying Marshall, but I really don't know. It's going to be somewhere up there.
Yeah, a lot of good things happening for Colonel Sports. So if you're available this week, you're free this week, come out, support these teams, all of these players, our girls soccer team, our girls softball team, football team, all kinds of things happening on campus there, and looking forward to seeing how these athletes, these student athletes come out and make things happen. So come out and give them your support, and let them know you're there for them.
And with that, we're going to take a 2-minute break. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Car buying is different now than ever before. But one thing that will never change is our commitment to excellent service at Cannon Motors of Mississippi. As the largest family-owned dealer in Mississippi, we're proud to serve you for all your automotive needs. Whether you're buying a new Chevrolet Silverado or a certified pre-owned vehicle, we got you back. Come see us at Cannon Chevrolet of Greenwood today. And remember, When the smoke clears, nobody beats a Cannondale. Nobody. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Guarantee Bank and Trust loves bringing you the latest and greatest in technology. Meet the interactive teller machine. It has all the functions of an ATM plus access to a Guarantee Bank teller through video chat. ITM live teller hours are currently 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays 9 a.m. till 12 noon. The ITM functions as an ATM outside the live teller hours. Get the community bank experience with Guarantee Bank and Trust. Even with continued growth and new technology, we're committed to our customers and our local communities. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Delta South Motors of Indianola. Located at 400 Highway 82, Delta South is your new home for quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. With affordable pricing and available financing, sales manager Tommy Cook invites everyone to visit him and the friendly staff at their new location in Indianola. Tommy, formerly of Cosman's, has over 15 years experience in sales and service of automobiles in the Mississippi and Arkansas Delta. Remember, Delta South Motors Indianola, your Delta dealer with the better deal.
Hey, this is Chris McClain with Indianola Electric. We would like to thank our loyal customers for your continued support for the past 36 years. We are in our second generation operating under the same family for over 3.5 decades. As an electrical contractor, we are here for all of your electrical needs, from service and repair to customized automation and controls. We also have a complete motor shop for new or rebuilt electric motors and generators. Give us a call today at Indianola Electric for all of your electrical needs at 662-887-3292.
Welcome back to Icon Football on Super Talk for the Delta. As we come back, the Generals on the field stretch, and so are the Colonels. So we're getting ready for second half action in this slobber knocker of an affair, 21-21 ball game that we got going on here at Legion Field.
Yeah, a lot of halftime festivities tonight. The Washington School Marching Band is just now leaving the field. Excellent job by those students, along with both dance teams and both cheerleaders. We also have the Colonel Cuties out here, all the pre-K and some younger elementary Colonel Cuties out here, cheerleaders out here tonight. So the stands have been packed on both sides. It's been a great game, a lot of fun, great night under the lights here at Legion Field.
So I'm hoping everybody's either listening to it, or they're at attendance, or they're watching it on YouTube on the IA Sports Network channel, because if you're not, I don't know where you should be at right now. Because you should be watching this game right now, because this has been a barn burner of a game.
Yeah, you know, it's had a couple of turnovers, a couple of momentum swings. Special teams have been happening here throughout. Both of these teams giving punches, taking punches, kind of going back and forth. And so it's going to be interesting 2 more quarters here for this mid-season game here. These two teams that are only separated for about 30 miles, and they're getting ready to get back going here tonight with this great crowd out here tonight. And thank you for listening on Super Talk Mississippi 96.9.
It sounds like I'm watching a little bit watching the UFC right out here. You got Nate Diaz against Conor McGregor, and they are just throwing a punch, receiving a punch, throwing a punch, receiving a punch.
Yeah, you know, it's really going to come down to details, as it always does, Coach. You know, who's going to cut out the turnovers? Who's going to cut out the penalties? Who's going to take advantage of some mismatches? You know, who's going to make the extra effort? You know, who's going to, get the ball across the first down marker instead of just going out of bounds? All those little things, all those little details, is what's going to decide this game, and we're getting ready to go here in the second half.
So before we get ready, let's go ahead and take a 1-minute break. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
When it comes to your health, nobody beats the home team at South Sunflower County Hospital. When you have a minor emergency, waiting to be seen can be a real pain. That's why you need Delta Primary After Hours Clinic. You'll love the convenience and personal attention that can only be found at South Sunflower County Hospital. You'll also have peace of mind knowing that you'll have immediate access to our full scope of hospital services. Visit your winning team at www.southsunflower.com. South Sunflower County Hospital, your hometown hospital.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new lower car insurance rates in Mississippi, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Andy Daniels at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save even more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. State Farm agent Andy Daniels is ready to help you save in Indianola. Call Andy today at 662-887-1578. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to High Colonel Football, Super Talk for the Delta, getting ready for the second half here at Legion Field.
Yeah, we're looking forward to a great second half. If this game continues down the path that it's on, stay tuned. You're going to want to hear how this one ends. If you get home and you want to tune in and watch it, check us out on YouTube at IA Colonel Sports Network. Just put that in the search and it'll come up. Shout out to Kyle Wilson for always having that live stream going as both teams take the field here. 21-21 as we get ready for the third quarter, Scooter.
All right, we got number 24, Jehu Saul, ready to kick off for the Colonels. You got number 10. Fred Naylor back deep, and number 3, Ty Sigmund back deep for the Generals. And we're getting ready to kick this second half off. And here's the kick. It is going to be a sort of pooch kick. It's going to take a big bounce, and number 3, and it looks like number 3, Ty Sigmund, is going to fall on it.
Yeah, it was kind of a high kick, one of those pooch-type kicks, and we don't have number 54's name up here for the Generals, but he was there. He kind of bounced off him. Ty Sigmund came up. It was Ian McNamara coming up on that, and Ty Sigmund comes up, covers that ball. So they're going to start out. The Generals are going to start out at their own 18-yard line. After that kick, it's 21-21 as we start the third quarter. Let's see if the Colonels kind of take advantage of maybe some blitz packages here to kind of break up this running game a little bit.
And the Generals come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from their own 18. It's going to be a split backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. The Generals are moving left to right toward the scoreboard. It's a snap. It's a quick pass to number 30. Number 30, Bennett, and he's going to be hit by number 32, Williamson, and number 9, Lovett.
Yeah, Williamson and Lovett converged to take that General down, number 30 there, and as we get started here in the second half. Just a quick drop back, quick throw, get about 2 yards on that. So 2nd and 8 as they come. It's 21-21 here in the third quarter.
The Generals come to the line of scrimmage at their own 22-yard line. It's a split backfield, 2 receivers to the left, a quick drop back, and he's going to be hit by number 19, C.J. Brown. The pass is complete to number 24 on Mike Pearson, but he's hit by C.J. Brown. So it's going to bring up, it looks like it's going to be a first down for the Generals.
Yeah, just a quick throw. They ran this a couple times in the first half, and Spencer and McPherson seemed to have a good chemistry there. The ball was right on target, right there in his hands. C.J. was right there to make the tackle, but he got enough to move the chain. So the Generals are starting out this drive, kind of digging out of this whole field position as they come to the line, 21-21 in third quarter.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Generals at their own 30-yard line. It's 2 receivers left. Spencer rolls to his left. He jumps it off to number 22, Britt, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds by number 19, C.J. Brown.
Yeah, Britt is a fullback, and he came running down the line. He gave Spencer an option. Spencer was rolling out to his left, so he could have ran it, but Britt was wide open, so he gives a simple toss to Britt. Moves the chains again, and there were several Colonels that pushed Britt out of bounds. But quickly, the Generals are up, getting close to midfield here at their own 41-yard line, 21-21 as we start the third quarter.
As the Generals come to the line of scrimmage, you got shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. It's a snap. It's going to be a fake, and it's going to be a keep by number 7, Spencer. And he's going to be brought down by number 21, Perkins, and number 61, Farmer.
Yeah, Patrick Spencer took that snap, and it was a read option. He faked it to Ty Sigmund coming around the right side, just kept it, ran it up the middle for about 6 yards there. That brings up 2nd down. So they're keeping these down in distances short, keeping all their options open. The Colonels are going to really have to begin to dig deep and get some pressure and some push up front if they want to slow down this attack.
Generals to the line of scrimmage, 2 receivers to the left. It's going to be another give to Sigmund around the left side, and he's going to be brought down by number 30, Fleming. and number 19, C.J. Brown, but it's going to be another first down for the Generals.
Yeah, just another handoff to Cigna around the left side there. Quick, he's shifty, gets the ball and keeps the chains moving. He's a tough kid, tough runner, and so that's he's filling in for Aiden Jones. We hope that Aiden Jones is doing well. It looks like a shoulder injury on a touchdown in the first half, and it's 21-21, now 53 left in the third.
Generals come to the line of scrimmage at the Colonel 46-yard line. It's the snap. Spencer gives a little dump pass to number 3 to the right side, and he's going to be hit by number 12, Stevens, and number 9, Lovett, and it's going to bring up second down for the Generals.
Yeah, just that. It looks like the pass they scored on with Cigna. Cigna was out to the right, caught an easy swing pass out there, and he just makes quick moves, and the Colonels were able to kind of get over there, but not before he got about 8 yards. And so the Colonels are really going to have to identify where the ball is and kind of what's coming, and Colonels need to get a little pressure up the middle as well.
I formation for the Generals, and it's going to be a give to number 22, McPherson, and he's going to be hit by number 26, Barry, and number 51 or number 61, Farmer.
Yeah, Weston Farmer in on that play as Christian Bibb runs up. Looks like he's got enough for the first down. If the Generals come out, and they are in a rhythm now, and they are kind of know what they want to do. And the Colonels are not responding well to it. So somebody in blue is going to have to make a play here, slow this train down. It's moving down the field here. The Generals are already at the Colonel 35-yard line. 8:50 left in the third, 21-21.
Generals come to the line of scrimmage. First and 10 is on one backfield. Receiver to the left, receiver to the right. It's a quick pitch to the left to number 3, Cigna. He's around, and he's going to be tackled on the left by number... Looks like it's going to be number 19, C.J. Brown, but there is a flag on the play.
Yeah, Cigna gets that handoff to the left, and he just slides and glides through there. But there is a penalty on the play, and we're waiting for the call on that penalty. Several Colonels there were there to kind of take him down. We got Hayes Fleming out there kind of slowly, gingerly moving around, and so that's going to move. That penalty goes against Washington Schools. So that's going to be their 5th penalty on the night, and that's going to move them back on this first down play.
And we're going to repeat first down. It's going to be 1st and 18 for the Generals at about the 44-yard line of the Colonels. They come to the line of scrimmage. We got Spencer in shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. It's the snap. He rolls to the right. He gives it off to number 22, Britt, and he is met by number 12, Stevens, and number 9, Lovett. So it's going to bring up second down for the Generals.
Yeah, this is the play they ran over to the left side earlier in this drive where Britt, their fullback, comes out into the flat, and Spencer has the option on running or passing. He passed to him again, but the Colonels were better on getting to their spots there, and 2 Colonels brought him down and kept the ball from moving forward. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 17 here. 21-21, 8 minutes left in the third.
The Generals come to the line of scrimmage at the Colonel 42-yard line. We got Spencer under center, 1 back in the backfield, receiver right, receiver left. It's a pitch to the left to Cigna, and he's going to be hit by number 30, Hayes Fleming. What a play by Hayes Fleming.
Yeah, Hayes Fleming having a great night. You know, he had the 2 tackles and 4 assists in the first half. Now he gets a tackle for a loss on top. Cigna comes up limping a little bit on that one. Hayes Fleming also had that big kickoff return, so he's having a really stellar game here for the Colonels tonight. And this brings up 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 16, so you got to think there's going to be a little play action here, maybe look down the field, maybe look in the direction of number 10, Fred Naylor, where they haven't been able to get him the ball tonight. So let's see what the Generals come out with. It's really time for the Colonels to slow this drive and get off the field. It's a big play for the Colonels.
Generals come to the line of scrimmage at the Colonel 41-yard line. Got 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Spencer drops back. He gives it quick, and it is dropped, fumbled, or whatever, but I think it's going to be incomplete pass to number 30, Bennett.
Yeah, J.D. Bennett just couldn't catch the pass. The pass was there. They ran a screen play. The Colonels was bringing pressure, and Spencer let him come back, and he's a tall quarterback, so he could still see Bennett. Threw it there, and it hit him in the chest and bounced to the ground. And so the Colonels have come up with a big stop. It's 4th and 16, and it looks like the Generals are going to punt here.
And Spencer in his 4th down, and Spencer is going to set up for punting duties as number 7, Bolden, is that deep for the Colonels.
That was a really big stand for the Colonels, and to get off the field here in their defense, and let's see if we get the ball in good field position.
The punt is a spiral punt, and it's going to go into the end zone, so it's going to bring it out to the Colonel 20-yard line.
Yeah, you know that drive for the Generals, it started way deep, down close to their 15-yard line, and they push the ball up really, really quickly. They get into Colonel territory really fast, quick and in a hurry, and then all of a sudden the Colonels just start making some adjustments, getting some blitzes in there, getting a little more pressure, wrapping up, making some sure tackles, and have gotten the ball back. It's 6:54 left in third, 21-21 as Colonels come to the line.
Colonels come to the line of scrimmage with Zapponi under center, a split backfield, receiver right, two receivers to the left. It's a give to number 22, Ron Calley, on the right side, and he is going to be taken down by number 30, Bennett, and it's going to bring up second down for the Colonels at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Nathan Thompson, number 11, was in on that stop too, along with Patrick Spencer, middle linebacker, number 7. The Colonels just, that traditional run up the middle with Broncoli, and he's able to get several yards out there, so it brings up second and 5 here, 21-21, 6:25 left in the third.
For a high formation for the Colonels, two receivers to the left, scoreboard to their back going right to left, another give to number 22, Ron Calley, up in the middle, and he is finally brought down by number 56, Skates.
Yeah, he's close to a first down there and really just pounding the ball forward, moving the ball to the left side. It looks like it's enough for a first down, so the Colonels have a first down here, getting their drive going. 6:06 left in the third, 21-21. Looks like there's a timeout by the officials there.
It does.
Not sure what that was. It's not a measurement because the chains have moved forward. But it looks like the Colonels have come out this second half really ready to roll here, really going to focus on getting the ball in Ron Colley's hands. Maybe a water break. It looks like it could be a water break there for everyone.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Colonel 32-yard line for the Colonels.
Yeah, we kept saying at halftime, hey, one team punches, the other team takes the punch, punches back, and it's what we're seeing here in the third,
Exactly.
The Generals came down, they pushed the ball down, but then the Colonels, stiffed their necks and stopped them, bowed up to them, and now they got the ball back, and they're kind of moving it down, got their second first down here, moving the ball. So we'll see here. We'll see if it's that down in distance where you may take a shot, Coach. You may look at E.J. Hall or Ramil Bolden out in the flat and try to get them in space to get a big play going, and we'll see. They're coming out of shotgun, it looks like.
It looks like a shotgun formation for the Colonels. 1st and 10 at their own 32. Is they're going to be two backs to Zapponi's left, one to the left, one to the right. It's going to be receiver right, receiver left. The Colonels are moving right to left with the scoreboard to their back. You got number 22, Ron Calley, and it's going to be the snap. It's going to be a pass. It's going to be number 7, Bolden, on the right side, and he's going to be hit and brought down by number 3, Signa. A nice pass right there by Zapponi to Bolden.
Yeah, Signa really limping over there now. I want to keep an eye on that. But a good pocket for the offensive opponent to step up in, hit Ramil on that out route over in the flat. And so, got a good 5 or 6 yards there. Want to keep that balance going. We talked about that pregame, that balance between the run. And what happened there is Washington School had so many in the box that opened up that pass.
Second down, I formation give to number 22, Ron Calley, on the left side. And he's going to be brought down by number 11 on Thompson. And it's going to bring up third down for the Colonels.
Yeah, the Colonels just back to pounding on the ground. Got to kind of keep that balance going as we talked about. We'll see if they take a shot down here in the field. This is third and manageable. It's third and about 3 or 4. And so we'll see what they come out here with as they come to the line here. It's 21-21, 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Colonels come to the line of scrimmage. I formation, two receivers to the left. It's a snap. It's a give to Ron Calley around the left side, and he's got some running room. And he's going to be finally brought down by number 11, Thompson, and number 5, Patizzi, but not after he got the Colonel first down.
Yeah, Zapponi hands it off to Ron Calley, and Ron Calley He gets to the outside, puts the ball in his left hand, switches, gets fundamental, gets the ball in his left hand, and then makes a cut upfield and gets enough for a first down and pushes it into general territory where the ball is resting right now at about the 43-yard line of the Washington School. So really, really strong drive for the Colonels we got going here. Some momentum happening here. The pass was on point. Feeding Ron Colley, letting him eat, and it's you're starting to see a little stamina issue maybe there for the Generals there. Not like a lot of guys bending over. Like we said, we got to watch Ty Signa. He's been limping some, so if he's limping on defense, it's going to be hard for him to run the ball on offense. So they're already down one key player, Aiden Jones, going out with a shoulder injury tonight, and Colonels are getting ready to head back out on the field here. It's 21-21, 4:46 left in the third quarter.
And just looking at the difference between the Colonels and the Generals in that timeout, the Colonels were over here. Nobody had their hands on the knees. Nobody was bent down. They were getting a little warm. But you look over there across the field to the Generals, you had about 3 or 4 of their guys with their hands on their knees, and they were bent down.
Yeah.
So sentiment is coming to be a big factor with this game right now.
If the Colonels can lean in with this running game, we'll see how the Generals hold up here late in this third quarter.
Colonels come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 at the General 43-yard line, shotgun formation, single back in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. The snap to his opponent, he drops back, he throws the ball, and it's going to look like should have been maybe a pass interference, but it was an incomplete pass, so it's going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that's a down distance where you want to take the shot. You got your 6'5" receiver out there, number 2, E.J. Hall, and Fred Naylor is out there, number 10 for Washington School. There was some hand fighting, and the opponent gave a pretty good ball, but it looked like if anything, it looked like it may have been a hold against the General, not necessarily pass interference, but no flag. And we come back for 2nd down, 4:39 left in the third, 21-21.
And we're 2nd down and 10 at the General 43-yard line. I formation for the Colonels. 2 receivers to the left. It's going to be the snap. It's going to be a give to Ron Colley around the left side. And he gets a few yards, but he's tackled by number 11, Thompson, and number 56, Skates. So it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, give it to Ron Colley, and they were ready for it. Generals were ready for it, read that play well, got off their blocks, so not really a big gain there. Going to bring up 37 here. Looks like it could be a passing down for the Colonels. We'll see if they come out in shotgun or what they want to run here if they come to the line. It's 21-21, 4:07 in the third quarter.
37 from the General 40-yard line. It's a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, single back. It's a snap. His opponent drops, and he's going to be hit, and he's going to fumble the ball, and it's going to be recovered by number 70, Garcia.
Yeah, the opponent dropped back, and they had pressure around the edge from the right side there. And the opponent was waiting, and just waited just a little too long, and the Generals were able to get that pressure. They hit his arm, the ball fell out, and Generals recovered. And so that turnover is a 2nd turnover for IA. We'll see if Washington can use it, get some momentum going. Colonel's defense back on the field. We stick a lot of time off the clock. Maybe, you may look at that as a momentum changer, but maybe not necessarily even worse than a punt because you were 3rd down there and you were going to bring up 4th down even if you recovered it. So we'll see if the Colonels can get some blitz packages in here and sustain and stop this offensive attack by the Generals. It looks like it's going to be a timeout, though, for Washington School.
So it's going to be a timeout for the Washington School. It's 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the third quarter. A tie ball game, 21-21. Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to High Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Are you looking for another choice for your prescription needs? Try any of your local Good Neighbor pharmacies and experience the difference your friends and neighbors are already enjoying. Your local Good Neighbor pharmacies serving the Delta with 5 convenient locations. City Drugstore, Hollandale, Cleveland Medical Arts, Cleveland, GMP Pharmacy, Belzona, Yazoo Drug Company, Yazoo City, Magic Mark Pharmacy, Indianola. Your Good Neighbor Pharmacy where you get same copay and better service. Experience the Good Neighbor difference. Bring your prescriptions in today. Your local Good Neighbor pharmacies serving the Delta with 5 convenient locations.
For over 100 years, Planters Bank has been committed to offer full-service banking in Sunflower County. I'm Ryan Strawbridge, president of Planters Bank in Indianola. From sponsoring a variety of community events, including high school sports, we are proud supporters of all things Indianola. If you need a loan, checking account, or any other banking service, please visit us at either of our convenient locations in Indianola. Planters Bank, a proud supporter of the IE Colonels. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to IE Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. With 3:49 left in the third quarter, it's a tie ball game, 21-21. The Generals are first and 10 at their own 38-yard line. As they come to the line of scrimmage, you got that overload formation with number 10 Naylor out wide. It's going to be a direct snap to number 7 Spencer. He's going to be around the left side, and he's going to be tackled by number 21 Perkins.
Yeah, just a shoestring tackle as Spencer cut it back up. He took it to the left side, then cut it back up the right side, and thankfully Perkins was there to make that tackle because there was a lot of green real estate out in front of him. You know, and Coach just started. Maybe they didn't reset it at halftime. I'm not sure, but it looks like Washington School only has one timeout left, and we're in the third quarter here. And that could be big if you know, that's just one timeout left in a close game like this. So we may want to keep our eyes on that as they come back to the line. 21-21, 3 minutes left in the third.
2nd and 4 on the 45-yard line. As the overload to the right, another direct snap to Spencer to the left side, and he is hit by a host of Colonels at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just like Weston Farmer, Beck Beckham in there, Tyler Alford in there as well. Just met him at the line. It's going to bring up third down there. Or is it going to be second down?
It's bring up third. Should be third down.
Bring up third down. So here was again a big play for the boys in blue. We need that bootlegger defense. That bootlegger defense come in here and get off the field here. 21-21, 2:30 left in the third.
31 from about the 47-yard line of the Generals. It's an overload formation to the left. Direct snap to Spencer, and he is going to be tackled and stopped by number...
Like C.J. Brown was in on that tackle there. He kind of fell forward, kind of broke through that pile and fell forward. C.J. got him down, but it was enough for the first down. So the chains are moving. 2:23 left here in the third. 21-21. The Colonels couldn't get off the field there. Tyler Alford's coming off here for a minute briefly.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Generals at the 50-yard line. And it's going to be 2:09 left in the third quarter. Tie ball game, 21-21. The Generals are going back to their overload formation, and they come back to the line of scrimmage, overload formation right. It's a direct snap. It's going to be a give to number 5, Fertizzi, around the left side, and he's going to be hit by number 30, Fleming, number 22, Ryan Calley, and number 67, Beckham on that left side.
Yeah, Wade Fertizzi was in on that overload there, number 5, and got the ball. So Todd Signa's not in there right now, so not real sure exactly what happened. And we know that he was limping, but he's not in there in the lineup right now. So that would be 2 key players for the Generals that they're without, with Aiden Jones going out with that shoulder injury, and now Todd Signa not in the game. So we'll see how that affects anything up front for the Generals and how they run their offense. But Patrick Spencer is really carrying them as we expected.
Overload formation for the Generals at the 48-yard line of the Colonels. It's a quick drop pass to number 10, Naylor. He makes a good move, makes 2 good moves, and he is finally tackled by number...
Yeah, he made some moves up there. It looked like 26, Gage Berry come in.
Number 27, Bryce Stevens, and number 26, Gage Berry, finally bring him down, but it will result in a first down for the Generals. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line of the Colonels.
Yeah, you know, that's really only one of the few times I got the ball to Fred Naylor, number 10 out there. He made some quick moves, cut back against the grain, got some extra yards, moved to change to the first down. 21-21, 52 seconds left in the third.
So the Generals come to the line of scrimmage. There's an overload left, receiver left. It's going to be a direct snap to Spencer. He takes another quick, gives to number 10, Naylor, but it's going to be an incomplete pass, broken up by number 27, Bryce Stevens. What a good play by Stevens. What a nice play.
Yeah, they just ran the same play just to the opposite side, and Stevens was ready, and he came up and separated man from ball just like you coach him up to do. And the other wasn't able to hold on to it, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Generals. 21-21, 39 seconds left in the third. Coach, the third quarter's flown by, man, and it's been that tough fight that we talked about.
Overload formation for the Generals. They're at the 37-yard line of the Colonels. It's a snap to Spencer. He keeps it around the left side, and he is going to be taken down by a host of Colonels. he is a load to bring down, and there's flags on the play.
Yeah, there's 2 flags that are thrown out there. You don't know if they're the same for the same penalty. They came at different times. Just a whole host of colonels were out there. Now it looks like Spencer is without his helmet and moving gingerly there. So we'll see what the call is. I don't know if it could be a face mask. We're not certain. We're waiting to get the call. We know one is against the colonels. I saw that from one of the referees. Now they're talking about the other. So we'll see. 33 seconds left in the third, 21-21. Meeting of the minds once again with the referees here in the field to sort all these penalties out here.
And we're waiting for the call from the white hat. And they're still discussing it at about the Colonel 33-yard line. And here he goes.
Here comes the call. All right, so we had two penalties. We had an unsportsmanlike conduct face mask, and then we had a dead ball personal foul. Those both go against the Colonels. 33 seconds left in the third, 21-21. Obviously, we're up here in the booth. We don't have replays, so we can't give you exactly who it was, what happened, and everything. But we know that both of them are against the Colonels, and that's going to move the ball significantly down into Colonel territory once they iron all these details out here and figure out exactly how to walk this off.
So it's going to move it deep into Colonel territory. The first penalty, the personal foul face mask, is going to be marked from where it happened at, and then they're going to mark the dead ball penalty from that point down. So it looks like they're down into around the 9-yard line of the Colonels after the penalties.
Yeah, those penalties, they move you from around the 25 all the way down to the 9. So really costly penalties, and that's what we talked about, Coach. We talked about is, both these teams want to win, but who can stay focused? Who can execute? Who will not get the penalties that stall a drive or kill a drive or like this, bring the opponent down into the red zone like this?
The Generals are coming to the line of scrimmage, but 3 of the referees are over here with Coach Nestor explaining to Coach Nestor what's going on.
Yeah, they're still talking with Coach Nestor down there on the Colonel sidelines. Now they're heading back out. So a lot of drama at the end of this third quarter. It's flown by, but we've been stalled out here a little bit. There's 33 seconds left in this third quarter. It's tie ball game 21-21, and 2 major penalties against the Colonels has the ball in the red zone for the Generals about the 9-yard line.
And the whistle has been blown for the ball to be put in play or the play clock to start. So the Generals come to the line of scrimmage. They're in that overload formation to the left, receiver to the left. It's going to be a direct snap to Spencer. He's going to keep the ball and he's going to go to the left. He is hit and broke 1 tackle. And he is finally brought down by number 8, Jenkins, over there on the left side near the General sideline.
Yeah, he's just carrying the team, I mean, everything's going through number 7. Everything's going to go through number 7. Colonels are selling out to get him down, and so we'll see how that plays out here, what Washington School wants to set up by, potentially faking Spencer going one way and bringing something in a misdirection. But that finishes up the third quarter, and we're tied, 21-21.
Let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to IA Colonel Football, Super Talk for the Delta.
Hey, Cooper, we've been talking about our Pat Store Robertson floor service for a long time.
Olivia, there is a reason the people in the Delta shop with our Paps.
You know it!
We carry all type of floor, carpet, ceramic, wood, tile, and vinyl plank. We also sand, refinish hardwood concrete, and brick floors.
For all your flooring needs, come see us at Robertson Floor Service.
And get a free Coke. And by the way, the estimates are free.
Robertson Floor Service Indianola, voted the best of the best for 2 years in a row.
Hi, I'm Bailey at Bill's Body Shop in Ruleville, and we want to fix your car. We're a family-owned business that has long served the Delta with quality vehicle repairs. My grandfather started this business in 1972 with quality being his top priority. My dad has followed his lead for more than 20 years, proving to be committed to superior work. As a third generation, we are continuing the tradition of exceptional bodywork and excellent customer service. Give us a call today at 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Welcome back to Ike Colonel Football, Super Talk for the Delta. We coming into the fourth quarter, we switched the fields, so IA will now be moving left to right with a scoreboard interface, while the Generals will be moving right to left with a scoreboard behind them.
Yeah, pivotal point in the game here. It's 2nd and 8, ball inside the 10 for the Generals as they come back out to the line. So the Colonels are really going to have to stand tall here down in this red zone, try to hold it to a field goal.
So the Generals come to the line of scrimmage. They're going to have that overload. Actually, they're going to go 2 receivers. Spencer's going to go under center, go Fertizzi in the backfield. It's going to be a snap. It's going to be a quick drop, and it's going to be a pass to number 22, Britt, to the right side, and it's going to be a touchdown, Generals.
Yeah, you kind of saw that adjustment about to be made because they kept running Spencer, and you had to think they were going to have some kind of pass play come out of this drive. That's exactly what happened with the fullback, Christian Britt, running out onto the right side, catching that pass out of the backfield, and hitting the corner for a touchdown. So Colonels go down here, 27-21, with the extra point coming, and we'll see how they will respond here as we enter the fourth quarter.
And it looks like a General on their sideline is sort of limping. It might be Christian Britt after the score. It looks like he is sort of limping over there, but as the field goal unit or the extra point unit comes out for the Generals, we got number 42 kicking, number 42 Brown kicking for the Generals, number 10 Naylor holding. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is going to be blocked by the Colonels. The Colonels are going to block the PAT.
That is a big play for the Colonels. Big Blue coming up when they needed it, getting a block on special teams. We've seen a lot of special teams plays here tonight. And in these types of games, special teams can make a huge difference because you want to be sound in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams. And now the Colonels have the upper hand because now they're only down 6. And then so they can get down and take the lead with a touchdown and extra point. Here in the fourth quarter, it's 27-21. Washington Generals have just taken the lead, 11:53 left in the fourth quarter. But the Colonels, they've got to stay focused and watch out for those penalties as well.
Exactly. That's what hurt us in the third quarter there. Going to the end of that third quarter is a couple of unnecessary penalties that pushed us all the way to inside the red zone on our side and put the Generals in an easy scoring position to score that touchdown just now.
Yeah, what you had there with that face mask and then that unsportsmanlike penalty, you basically had like a 28-yard penalty, something close to that. So, you just can't afford to lose your cool. You can't afford for those face mask penalties that just gives up too much yardage. And so we'll see how we can respond here as the Colonels get ready to receive this kickoff here. 27-21, Washington still in the lead as we start the fourth quarter.
And it's going to be number 22, Ron Colley, and number 30, Fleming, back deep for the Colonels, and number 7, Spencer, kicking for the Generals. Spencer places the ball on the tee. The Generals are sort of huddled up right there near the ball up there on 40-yard line. They just sort of come out with a big break. Sort of like the old, if I'm not mistaken, the old Dallas Cowboys used to do something like that.
Yeah, Spencer's going to kick off from the right hash again. We'll see if he pops it up or squips it. I think the Colonels need to be ready for anything right here.
And the kick is off, and it's going to be a high sort of floating kick to number 30, Fleming. And he is going to have a good return, but he's going to step out of bounds about at the Colonel 31-yard line.
Yeah, he got a running start to come underneath that high kick, and as he caught it, he stumbled a little bit, and so he got some, pretty good yardage there for starting field position, but he did step out of bounds. So Colonels come out, starting at their own 31-yard line, 11:50 left in the fourth, 27-21, Washington School in the lead.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Colonels at their own 31-yard line. The Colonels come to the line of scrimmage. You got the opponent going to be under center, I formation. You got receiver to the left, receiver to the right. It's a motion by number 7, Bolden, going left to right. And it's going to be right to left. It's going to give to number 22 to the left side, Ron Cowley, and he's going to be stopped by number 7, Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer ended on that tackle to wrap up Ron Cowley. He's slow to get up, though. Got to be exhausted, man. He's doing so much for this General team. It's got him in the lead right now. But Ron Colley takes that handoff to the left, and you know what? Connor's a punishing runner. He is not simply going to go down when he gets hit.
No.
He is going to keep fighting, and so we want to see that fight continue for the Colonels here as they come to the line.
Colonels come to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 4 from their own 37, I formation. Number 7, Bolden in motion, going from right to left. It's going to be a fake give. It's going to be a pass, but it's going to be tipped at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be an incomplete pass, which will bring up 3rd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, that's a staple play for the Colonels when they get the linebacker one-on-one and get a linebacker post going in the middle of the field. A 3-step drop for Zapponi. Just didn't get it over the top. Generals were able to tip that pass and knock it down. That brings up 3rd and 4 for the Colonels, 11:06. They're down by 6, 27-21 Washington.
Colonels come to the line of scrimmage. You got 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. It's a motion by number 44, Alford, going from right to left. It's a snap. It's a pitch left to number 22, Ryan Cowley, and he's got some good room, good distance. He took a tackle. He is gone. Ryan Cowley's at the 20, at the 10, but he's going to be knocked out of bounds by number 30. Looks like number 30, Bennett. What a run by Ryan Cowley. He was stopped dead in his tracks, but he bounced off, made a couple guys miss, and he was off to the races.
He took the pitch, he got to the outside, and then the sea parted for Connor Roncalli. And when the senior sees grass, he hits the hole like nobody else. And it was a foot race, and Bennett was able to come over from the safety position and run it down to save it from scoring. But it's right there at the goal line right now for the Colonels to respond to the touchdown that just happened. And unfortunately, we see another Washington School player being taken off the field here. That's Fred Naylor. Looks like some cramps for him, but he's just a pain right now. And so we've got a timeout on the field as the Colonels get right there at the 5. 1st and goal for them. 10:51 in the 4th. 27-21 Washington School in the lead.
And let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to High Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
Credit card fraud can be a nightmare. While you may not be held liable, especially for larger charges, that doesn't mean that being a victim of credit fraud is a walk in the park. But don't worry, Guarantee Bank has got your back. Our fraud team monitors your card 24/7. If our team suspects a suspicious transaction on any of your GBT debit or credit cards, we'll notify you by text, phone call, or email. Contact your local branch to update your information. Guarantee Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
Welcome back to High Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta. It's 10:51 left in the 4th quarter. It's the Generals 27, the Colonels 21, but the Colonels have the ball 1st and 5 at the Generals 5-yard line after a terrific and amazing run by number 22, Ron Colley.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 4. Ron Colley, the senior, took the ball on a sweep and just a pitch toss out to the left. And just great blocking up front, and it got him open, and he was in a foot race all the way down to the 5. So hopefully we can see the Colonels punch this in the next couple of plays here.
The Colonels come to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be I formation, receiver to the right, receiver to the left. It's a snap. It's going to be a give to number 22, Ryan Colley, but he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage by number 56, Skates.
Yeah, number 7, Patrick Spencer, was in there too, doing everything for the Generals tonight. You're running through that edge gap, and so now we come to 2nd and 4 here. 2nd and goal for the Colonels. Some personnel changes coming in and out, so let's see what we got here. Update on Fred Naylor. He's still over on the sideline, number 10 for the Generals, dealing with some cramps and still laying on his back, kind of getting his feet now as the Colonels come to the line.
2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line. The opponent turns. He tosses right to Ron Colley spins, and it's a touchdown, Colonels. Number 22, Ron Colley, 4-yard out.
Beautiful move, pitched it out. Ron Colley turns it up north, and then he spins into the end zone and gets the touchdown. The senior just out here with his 3rd touchdown of the night. That ties the game, 27-27, 10:09 left in the fourth quarter, and Colonels are coming out for the extra point.
And you got number 21, Perkins, as the holder. Number 24, Saul, will be doing the kicking. The snap is up, the hold is down, the kick is off, and it's going to be good. So the PAT is good, so that makes the Colonels 28, the Generals 27 with 10:09 left in the fourth quarter.
And it's coming down to special teams, Coach. You know, the Colonels were able to get that blocked extra point down here. Now they come back and answer with a touchdown, but they make their extra point, so they're up 1, 10:09 left in the fourth quarter, 28-27. Colonels back in the lead. We have been going back and forth. And, Coach, what do you call these kinds of games? What do you call them?
I call them like the old JR of the WWE said. This is an old-fashioned slobber knocker.
That's right. This is a Delta slobber knocker. And my WWE reference is there's no jabronis on the field tonight. Everybody came to play, trying to get that W, get back in the win column. And we'll see what happens here. It seems like the Generals are dealing with a lot of injuries, though. We do see Fred Naylor coming back out on the field to return. But we have not seen Todd Signan back out after he was limping, and we know Aiden Jones went out early in the first half with a shoulder injury is what it looked like. So really thin for the Generals here as the Colonels come out here to kick off.
So you're going to have number 24, Saul, kicking off for the Colonels, number 5 for Teasy, and number 10, Naylor, back deep for the Generals. As we line up for the kickoff, and Saul kicks the ball, and Saul kicks the ball, and it's going to be dropped by number 23, but he's going to get the ball and down it. But number 23 is Brock Williams. He's going to drop it, but he's going to be able to fall on it, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Generals at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, they all kicked off from the left half. They just kicked a high floating kick that came down, and the Washington School player was able to recover it after bobbling. But the Colonels could have kind of got there, did get there in time. So it's 1st down and 10 for the Generals at their own 25-yard line. It's 28-27 Colonels with 10:06 left in the fourth. We really want to see that bootlegger defense come out here and make some plays, take his ball back as the General comes to the line.
They come to the line of scrimmage. Spencer's going to be under center. It's going to be one back in the backfield, 2 receivers, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. It's going to be a give for TC, and he's going to be hit by number 44 Alford, number 53 Hams at about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Slade Hams in on that play. Just a run up the middle with Fertizi. Once again, Signa not back in the game, so it must be a lower leg injury that's keeping him out. 28-27, 9:45 left in the fourth. As this game comes down to its final minutes here at Legion Field.
It's 2nd and 8 for the Generals at their own 27-yard line. It's shotgun formation, 2 backfield. Spencer drops back. He's looking. He makes a pass, and it's going to be knocked down by number 32, Williamson. What a play by Abel Williamson.
Yeah, Spencer dropped back, looked at one read, then looked back out to Fred Naylor, number 10 for the Generals. But Abel Williamson was reading it the whole way, jumped it, could have had an interception, but the ball just kind of fell out of his hands and went to the ground. So that's going to bring up 2nd and long here, or 3rd and long, I should say. This is the kind of down and distance you want if you're the Colonels. You want that 3rd down and long situation and make them, make a play probably in the passing game here. And so it's 28-27, Colonels in the lead here, 9:27 left in the game.
The refs don't know where the ball is going to go. They done moved it 3 times, so it's going to be 3rd and 8 from the Generals' 27-yard line. We got overload formation, Spencer in the backfield. The snap, and it's going to be a flag on the field.
Yeah, we're going to wait for the call here. We saw the flag from the side judge there bringing in. We see some Washington School players kind of clapping there. I don't know. We're waiting for the call, though.
It's going to be offsides against the Colonels, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and it's going to bring up 3rd down again, so it's going to be 3rd and about 3 from the General 32-yard line.
Yeah, that's the 6th penalty tonight on the Colonels. They're coming in at not an opportune time here.
Overload formation for the Generals. Receiver to the left. Spencer's going to hit a quick hit to Naylor, and it's going to be a missed tackle, another missed tackle, and he's going to be finally brought down by number 44 Alford up at their 42-yard line, at the General 42-yard line.
Yeah, Neighbor's back in the game. He's been kind of hurting with some cramps, but they threw it out. And there's another flag. It's holding against Washington School. So that play is going to come back. It was good enough for a first down. But that's Washington School's 6th penalty, so that's going to push them back 10 yards.
So now it's going to bring up 3rd down again for the Generals, and it's going to put them at the spot of the foul. So that's going to take it back 10 yards, and it's going to repeat 3rd down, and it's going to be 3rd and a long from the General 16-yard line.
Yeah, you really want to see the Colonels get off the field here. They're backed up all the way to about their 21. The Generals are as they come to the line.
Overload formation for the Generals. Spencer in the backfield. The receiver to the right. Spencer drops back. He's going to make a long throw, and it's going to be caught over at the General sideline by number 10, Naylor.
Well, they went for it and they got it. They went for it and they got it. Abel Williamson hits the ground with his fist because that was one of those big plays that Coach Minister mentioned, pregame when I talked to him on the field. He said, let's don't give up the big play. Let's don't let anybody get behind us. And even though that didn't go for a score, that kind of switches the field, gives the Generals momentum with that long first down. They were 3rd and 21. Now it's 1st down and 10, and they're out to their own 40. So the Colonels have to regroup here, really try to get some pressure up the middle, stop this run attack.
So here comes the Generals to the line of scrimmage. Got an overload formation to the left, receiver to the left. It's a quick snap to Spencer, and he has a fake and go, and it's going to be broken up by number 19, C.J. Brown. What a play by C.J. Brown.
They ran a double move. Fred Naylor, number 10, stepped inward, did a full spin out there around the 50-yard line. But guess what? C.J. Brown, the senior, read it all the way. There was a little too much air under the ball, so Naylor had to wait on it, and then C.J. Brown comes over and knocks it away. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Great play by the senior, number 19, C.J. Brown. Now 11 in the 4th quarter, 28-27, Colonels.
Generals come to the line of scrimmage, overload right, receiver right. It's a quick give, and he takes it himself. Spencer 7 on the right side, and he's brought down by number 9, Lovett, and number 26, Barry.
Yeah, Lovett gets in there real low on that. It just ran that overload over to the right side, continue to give Spencer those opportunities to run the ball. But this brings up a 3rd and long here, 3rd 7, 3rd and 8 kind of situation here. So once again, the Colonels, we need that bootlegger defense to get off this field, take that ball back so that we can run this clock and keep this lead going.
Once again, the Generals come to the line of scrimmage. It's overload right. Again, Spencer takes it himself, and he's around the right side, and he is hit by a host of Colonels.
Yeah, he just runs into the pile and pushes the pile. He's just that big and strong, still going strong here in their 4th quarter, and right at the marker. So let's see if they're going to measure. It's going to be a first down for the Generals.
And it looks like it's going to be a first down for the Generals at the 50-yard line. So this looks like the first drive for the Generals in the start of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we see Spencer kind of limping back to make the call. This kid has got a lot of heart. He's been carrying this Generals team all night long in a lot of different ways.
So the Generals come to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line, overload formation right. Spencer takes the ball and goes straight up the middle, and he is hit by number 21, Perkins, and a host of other Colonels. But he's going to get some good yardage on that carry.
Yeah, it looked like Hayes Fleming was in on that too. Just think back to how Tim Tebow used to run up the middle. Those are the kind of plays here. Spencer's bending over. It looks like he's dealing with some lower leg injury potentially. He's bending over in the huddle trying to call the play, but he's running those same kind of dives up the middle that you used to see Tim Tebow do with the Florida Gators.
That's going to be
it's 2nd and 6 now.
2nd and 6 at the Colonel 46-yard line, overload right, receiver right. Spencer takes it again to the right side, and he's going to be hit. He's going to be hit by number 67, Beckham, number 12, Stevens, and number 21, Perkins, over on the right side, and it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Generals.
Yeah, he's slow to get up once again. Slow to get up, slow moving, bending over, grabbing his knees. A lot of injuries for the Generals tonight. You hate to see it. Ty Sickner's over there with a lower leg injury. Aiden Jones went out in the first half with a shoulder. Naylor was able to come back after some cramps, but now you see Spencer, their workhorse, their quarterback, their leader, really struggling right now. Brings up 3rd and short, so we need Colonel to really really stand tall here.
And so the Generals come to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 4 from the Colonel 44-yard line. And it's going to be a delay of game against the Generals. And it looks like Spencer is having some trouble out there. Number 7, Spencer's having some trouble.
Yeah, he went down to one knee. He's hunched over. Really, it's hard to tell exactly what he's kind of dealing with. But it was a delay of game penalty, so that's going to make it a 3rd and long for the Generals. You hate to see this. You want kids to come out here and play well and play together, and everybody stay safe. But Generals are really, really struggling tonight because so many of their main players are dealing with a lot of injuries here tonight. We got 6:40 left in this game, and so the Colonels are hanging on by 1 point with a 1-point lead, 28-27. Looks like we're getting ready to get this next playoff, though.
It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Generals from the Colonel 48-yard line.
One thing to note, it doesn't look like the Generals have any timeouts left, so a long way to go with no timeouts.
Got shotgun formation, 2 backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Spencer drops back. A quick pass, but it's going to be incomplete to Naylor, so it's going to bring up 4th down for the Generals.
Yeah, Naylor was open. I mean, he'd run that dig route and come back out, and the pass was just off. Spencer just couldn't get his base and get that streak out there. Now there's another flag on the field out here. Referees brought their flags with them tonight. And it looks like he's talking to some of the players at Washington School. I don't know if there was something said or what, but there's a flag on the field, and we're going to wait for that call. It was the head referee that made that call, so Coach Lott's asking. He's asking what the call was, and so now we're waiting. The dead ball.
There's a dead ball foul, a dead ball penalty against the Generals, and it's going to take the Generals back to their own 37-yard line, so it'll be 4th and long at their own 37-yard line with 6:35 left in the 4th quarter. The Colonels are up 28-27, and it's going to be again a 4th down for the Generals.
Yeah, that's the 7th penalty for the Generals. IA had 6 penalties tonight. Washington School has 1 turnover. IA has 2 turnovers. So this game is coming down to what we talked about earlier, Coach. It's coming down to who can execute. Who can stay focused. Generals are coming out to punt. Ramil Bolden is back to return. Let's see if he can maybe flip this field position here for the Colonels with a return.
So you got number 7, Spencer, punting for the Generals. 7, Bolden receiving for the Colonels. It's a high, good turnover punt. And they're going to let it bounce, and it's going to be down about the 11-yard line of the Colonels.
Yeah, Spencer, he's a fighter, man. He's fighting through whatever injury he's dealing with. He angles that punt to the right side and gets another great bounce. And it probably bounces about 15 or 20 yards. So it pins the Colonels back deep in their own territory. 6:24 left, Colonels 28, Washington Generals 27. So let's see if the Colonels can get a drive going, chew up some clock here. Once again, it doesn't look like the Generals have any timeouts left, so they won't be able to stop the clock. So if the Colonels can get several first downs strung together, they can be in really good shape to finish out this game.
And the Colonels come to the line of scrimmage. Got 2 receivers to the right. Got Saponi under center. Got 2 backs in the backfield. Got number 44 Alford in motion from left to right. It's going to be the snap. It's going to be the pitch right to number 22, Ryan Callett. He makes 2 people move, and he's finally going to be corralled by number 30, Bennett. So it's going to bring up 2nd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, get that toss sweep out to the right. My colleague, tries to fall some blockers, but Generals are able to get off those blocks, make a spin move, gets wrapped up, but he's able to get, about 4 or 5 yards there. So it's a manageable 2nd down, and you just want that clock to run. Hey, when you got the lead, and it's late in the 4th quarter, that clock cannot run fast enough, and that's what the Colonels are hoping for, to keep these chains moving, run this clock. 28-27 IA.
2nd and 5 for the Colonels. It's an I formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. It's a snap. It's going to be a give to Ryan Callett on the left side, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage by number 11, Thompson. So we're going to bring up 3rd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, J.D. Bennett was in there as well, falling behind number 67, Beck Beckham on that run. And so brings up third down. Not a lot gained on that play, so it's looking like 3rd down and 3, 3rd down and 4. Colonels really need this play to keep this drive going and run some more clock here.
It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Colonels at their own 17-yard line. As they come to the line of scrimmage, they're going to send 2 receivers to the left, E.J. Hall and Ramil Bolden. Got 2 backs in the backfield. It's a snap. It's a pitch left to Ron Cowley. He makes one miss, and he is hit by another general. And I don't know the number because it looks like a cramp by the general that tackled Ron Cowley.
I think it's number 7, Spencer, on that hit. He's slow to get up. He's battling something. He's continuing to play, continue to battle through it, but
it is number 7, Spencer.
Ron Cowley ran straight into it. Ron Cowley made 22 Britt miss, and then cut back inside, and that's where Spencer was waiting for him. Spencer wrapped him up, but it's not easy to tackle Ron Cowley, and so he was slow getting up as well as the Colonels come out to punt. 4:26 and counting here in the 4th quarter. IA still up 28-27.
You got number 24, J-Ho, back to punt. Number 10, Naylor, back to receive. It's a nice punt by J-Ho. It's going to be taken by number 10, Naylor. He's going to dodge one tackle, and he's going to be finally brought down around the Colonel 40-yard line by number
10, Evan Chow, in on that play. Special teams. Ramil Bowden came to the outside to push Naylor back to the inside, but still good field position for the Generals. They're going to start at the Colonel 40 and have an opportunity here. They're going to have an opportunity, so IA is really going to have to play smart on defense, not get any penalties. They're going to have to, really stand tall up front, really dig deep to get some pressure up front and see where this thing goes.
So the Generals come to the line of scrimmage at the Colonel 40-yard line. It's overload right, 2 receivers left. It's going to be a drop-back pass. It's going to be a quick pass to number 22, Britt, and he's going to be taken down over near the General sideline by number 12.
Right, so Stevens, it looked like Walker Perkins was in on that too. Just a, throw to the fullback out, a pass out there. To number 22, Britt. Looks like he's back in. That's kind of limping off after that touchdown pass that he caught. And so the Generals are going to, be 2nd and 6 here, 28-27. They got word that Lofton Gary is out with a stinker on defense, so that's a loss for the Colonels here tonight.
So the Generals come to the line of scrimmage, 2 receivers, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, drop back pass, a quick hitter to number 10, Naylor. He misses one tackle, and he's brought down by number 27, Hobbs, but there's a flag on the play.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a face mask against the Colonels. Going to add 15 yards to that. Naylor, he cuts in and cuts back out, and the Colonels running. The 2 Colonels that were running up, they try to tackle him, and one of his pants got caught up in there, and looks like that's going to be the penalty to move forward and push them into the red zone.
And we got 2 flags on the play. We got face mask against the Colonels. So that's exactly what it's going to be. But it wasn't a personal foul face mask. So that's just going to be a
5-yarder.
5-yard penalty, but it's going to give the Generals a first down at the Colonel 28-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Generals at the Colonel 28-yard line. The defense has to come up big right here.
Well, we need to recognize that it's 3:07 left as Generals come. There's no timeout for the Generals, so a lot on the line here.
That's going to be a drop back pass to number 7. He's going to dump it over to number 24, McPherson.
Yeah, McPherson makes the catch out there. C.J. Brown's over there to wrap him up, but kind of slides off of him almost because his momentum was taking him in that direction. McPherson kind of stands tall there. Some other Colonels get there. It's going to bring up 2nd and short, 2nd and 2. It's 28-27. IA leading, but the Generals are driving close to the red zone.
2nd and 2 at the Colonel 20-yard line. The Generals come to the line of scrimmage as 2 receivers. It's a drop snap, and it's going to be down by Spencer. Drops back on it, but it's a drop snap, so it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Generals.
Yeah, it's coming down to execution, Coach. We had the penalty on the Colonels. Now a bad exchange between center and quarterback. Spencer fell on top of that, but we saw that in the film this week, that there had been some bad exchanges both under center and in the shotgun. So Washington School is really fortunate to fall back on that ball. 1:57 left. 28-27 IA.
It's going to be overload formation to the right, receiver to the right. Spencer's going to get the direct snap. He's going to take it around the right side, and he's going to be hit by number 12, Bryson Stevens, but it's going to pick up a general first down.
Yeah, he just runs that side. He's still on the ground. He got plenty of yardage for the first down, but he's laying on the ground about the 15, and they're calling a timeout, an injury timeout here, and he still hasn't gotten up. So he took another hard hit, and I'm not really sure exactly what's going on, whether it's a leg injury or what, but it is some cramps. I think he's dealing with a lot of stuff, but now it looks like some cramps are happening here. So we got 1:45 left, and they are in the red zone. The Generals are in the red zone, and the Colonels are going to have to really, really stand tall to fight this off and try to secure a win here tonight.
So let's take a 1-minute break. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on Super Talk for the Delta.
20 seconds left with Let's Make Money. It's time for our first guest to pick a category of their choice. Alex.
I'll take reliable banking for $600.
Though it's local, this bank is known for having expansive online capabilities.
Community Bank?
Correct.
Reliable banking, $800.
The Small Business Administration ranked this bank #1 in Mississippi for SBA loans.
Community Bank?
Correct again.
Reliable banking, $1,000.
All right, Alex, this is for all the marbles. This bank is truly like no other bank you know.
Community Bank!
We have a winner!
Community Bank, always the right answer.
Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. That's Gresham Petroleum Company in Indianola and Shaw, and Gresham McPherson Oil Company in Greenwood and Belzona.
Welcome back to IA Colonel Football on Sports Super Talk for the Delta. As we're coming out of the break, number 7, Spencer, had to go off for a play, and number 10, Naylor, was that quarterback. They did a direct snap to number 10. He ran around the left side, and he was met by a host of Colonels. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Generals.
Yeah, they wrapped him up, and this clock is running. It's under 1 minute. Spencer's limping back out there to come in for this next play, but they have wasted so much time. The Colonels need to be ready.
And there's a direct snap to Spencer. He takes around the right side, and he is hit by number 53, Hams, number 22, Ron Cowley. So it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Generals.
Yeah.
And the clock is running. It's 32 seconds.
The clock is ticking. It's 30 seconds. They're trying to get calls in, but there's no sense of urgency for the Generals here, and the game is slipping away. So I don't know if they're going to try to, win it on a field goal or what, but it's already 17 seconds left if they get to the line here.
And it's 3rd and 9 from the Colonel 13-yard line. Shotgun formation. It's going to be a quick pass, and it's going to be intercepted. The Colonels are going to intercept it. Number 32, Williamson, with the interception.
What a game. You just saw it coming. Abel Williamson had missed one earlier. He did not miss that one in the clutch, and that wrapped it in blue and white, my friend, as the Colonels on the interception in the game and win by 1 point, 28-27.
And what